till my speakers come blow. I'll keep going till my speakers come blow. I'll keep going till my speakers come blow. I'll keep going till my speakers come. I'll keep going till my speakers come blow. 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 Till my speaker come. I'll keep going till my speaker come blow. I'll keep going till my speaker come blow. I'll keep going till my speaker come blow. I'll keep going till my speaker come blow.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these restless nights, all these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of 8 at Beijing, man, they know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and roll Lex account of Blueface. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brother since 6th grade. G-Wagon red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could like the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on the better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. What's a life without sacrifice? Sometimes you gotta thank God and just roll the dice. Pacino,
The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. How will I get out of the jungle? Everybody wanna stop me. 10 more steps up the mountain. Now everybody's looking for me. Spend my life in the desert till something changed inside of me. Now I'm flying over oceans. Everybody looking at me. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. Gonna hear my song, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. I can run this town. Somebody give me the key. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. No more doubt about me. Oh, I can run this town. Don't you know I got the
Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes. And you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, yeah, you like it, the way you like it now. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, so good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. The way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
ESL presents ESL Challenger League in partnership with Intel, Acer Predator, DHL, and Qiddiya.
All right, welcome to the ESL Challenger League Season 50 North American Regional Final. It is the grand final of the regional final. A lot of finals, but we got SkinRave going up against NRG here, Cole, and should be an exciting one.
Yeah, it's cool to be here. Looking forward to it. Obviously, again, a lot on the line here. A lot of opportunities for two incredibly strong, incredibly scrappy teams who worked so hard to get to this position throughout the many different cups that we saw throughout the second part of this year. And excited that it's these two teams because we're looking at a SkinRave roster that's in red hot form. They just got done with the big revival series where they closed it out, got the win for themselves versus NRG, who have asserted regional dominance in consistent fashion. I don't think you could really ask for two better teams right now in terms of what they're going to be bringing to the table.
Yeah, definitely. And not to mention SkinRave picking up 2 of the 4 cups in North American Challenger League, right? So that's really good on their side. And that's why they actually got the bye into the grand final. NRG, well, they sort of did too because Wildcard forfeited their previous match and could not play because I believe they couldn't field the roster. Anyway, let's focus in on this one. You can see the last few confrontations between these two squads. It has been NRG all the way, although the last time they played on a Dust 2, it was close, went to overtime. Still, NRG got the win 16-14. But that was, if I'm not mistaken, 2 months ago, maybe even 3 months ago was our last match here, Cole. So I don't know that these two teams have changed a lot, especially SkinRave.
Yeah, that's the big difference maker here. I think a lot of adjustment here for both these squads. I think NRG making some great course correcting moves here throughout the year and being able to establish themselves more so as a stronghold in the region, whereas SkinRave, who have gone through some awkward adjustments and have had their changes. We talk about, Classia having to deal with that move here. I really feel like have landed on their feet quite nicely and have now since been able to bring in a little bit of stability, a little bit of time as a 5, and they're starting to reap the benefits of that motion. And I think that's a huge statement that they're looking as good as they are given that fact and wanting to continue that conversation here into this grand finals. It's a big opportunity for them, that's for sure, but toppling a team like NRG here for them historically has been a huge challenge.
No, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, if you look at least like you mentioned, historically, it has been NRG winning almost every single engagement. In fact, they haven't lost one fairly clean. I think only one map has gone the way of this core on the side of SkinRave, and that was back in March of this year, and it was Nuke that this SkinRave core won. Again, it was a different team. Since that point, it's been 2-0s all the way for NRG. So yeah, I'm not sure if that is necessarily going to change here as we move forward, but yeah, the SkinRave squad, I would say, looking at these two players, you got Junior and Sonic in this head-to-head. Junior's been an incredibly consistent player for SkinRave. I mean, if you look at the op on this squad, he's been a boon for them every single time that they've gone into matches, especially on the op-heavy maps like Dust 2 or Overpass. And then Sonic on the other side has been a fantastic pickup for NRG, right? Carson wasn't necessarily fitting in this system. He looks a lot better over on Voca, but Sonic, he's used to playing, this type of Counter-Strike, and absolutely just jumped into it, and he's a top-rated player now.
I think that's the adjustment that they desperately needed to make. That's what I talk about. The course correction of this NRG team is picking up Sonic and finding a player that can slot into a system a lot more comfortable. As you said, I don't think Carson's a bad player by any means, but a player that needs to work within the confines of a Nitro system. You're going to lose a lot of the luster that he brings into the mix here.
Yeah, definitely. And just to mention, I did make one error. There was one series out of like 9 that SkinRave did win recently. It was Fragadelphia 19, where they got that 2-1 win. Inferno 13-11 and Dust 2 13-10. Again, slightly different squads, but let's check out what the veto is going to bring us here. No surprise in the bans, but Overpass picked by SkinRave. This is something they've been picking into as of the last 2 weeks, right? Just recently decided that that was going to be their go-to pick. So I think that this will be very, very interesting considering that NRG don't play it much. And on the other side, SkinRave have gotten a lot of wins under their belt. But there is one thing to note, that NRG did get a win against M80 13-8, and they've looked good on Overpass lately too. So this will still be interesting, I feel.
I'm right there with you. I mean, this is the fourth time in a row we've seen this team pick into Overpass to kind of open up proceedings, and you know it's seeming like a new direction here for the SkinRave team in terms of the map pool. I think it only benefits them to be able to add home turf territory like Overpass to their veto, and I think that's what we've been seeing. Why we've been seeing them really elevate. They're going to need to prove that here versus this NRG team, and you know I like the mention of talking about some of the success stories. We hop into the pistol here quickly. Rolling out for a little bit of success onto the pistol here for the B site. Walko and Laxi going to stabilize and look to plant the bomb, but wait a second, you can't plant right there. Junior maybe realizing that a little bit too late as the flank comes through. Now they can finally plant for heaven, but the flank is going to arrive.
Yeah, Marky's going to take care of that, though. Marky gets one. Only Zodic left, and Zodic gone. Uses Zodic pretty potent on those pistol rounds, so Marky shuts them down. A 3K for him. Last time he was on Overpass, he had a 3K in a round, but it was with one nade. One single nade. One of the craziest tosses I've seen ever. So, you know, he's feeling good on this map. He was also 19-0 or something at the time when he got that. It's like unbelievable scoreline. So we'll see if he can kind of keep up that pace up against a team like NRG. Also, just a reminder, folks, this is a best of 5. That means we have 5 maps possibly to be played. The first team to get 3 maps wins. No map advantage here. So Overpass is first, Inferno second, Dust 2, Mirage, and then Nuke afterwards if we need those last 2. We'll break each map down as we get there, but let's jump back into the action here. 1-0 for SkinRave.
Pretty excited. This is the first full best of 5 that I've been able to cast ever.
Yeah, same.
I've ever casted a actual best of 5, which is nice to see because we always have that map advantage in the past. So
yeah.
Interesting new territory for me here. It's Marky looking to farm up those kills as he did not too long ago, and he's going to continue the count. Rolling up against the pistols, chasing him down. Easy pickings. And SkinRave looking to enter on up to a nice and comfortable 2-0 without losing anyone. Sonic, last line of defense. Hoping to use that USP to some effect, but gets finished off by Cryptic, and nice start there for them before the guns will come out.
Yeah, I mean, SkinRave, NRG are always going to the major. They're going to be playing in 4 days. They're excited for that. I'm not sure if they're in Europe yet. I'm assuming not because they're playing here, and I would imagine the ping would be quite terrible if that were the case. But SkinRave are close. We talked about it before, you know. Over at Fragadelphia, they had that chance to make it, but unfortunately lost really early on, and that meant that they could not get enough VRS points to make it to the major. It was really close to being like 4 or 5 teams, right, from the Tier 2 level in North America that would have made it, but ends up just being NRG and M80.
I mean, there's a really cool story that was the opportunity here, but breaking the smoke. I think a bit of disruption there. Means that they have to recycle the smoke a little bit earlier. They do take some damage on the T side for their troubles, though. But it did seem like that could have been, you know, a tough breaking point with all the adversity that SkinRave have faced throughout the year, with the roster changes and the constant ups and downs, and trying to figure out, you know, what things would look like long term. I'm glad to see them exit that event and still seem really confident in the project that they're building, knowing that that was their major chances that it just slipped through their grasp. So I think, you know, we're still seeing a very resilient team here in SkinRave, even despite some of the difficulties that they've faced this year.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more, honestly. SkinRave taking their time on the approach, and George will take Marky's head clean. Finally an activation. You're only the 3rd frag for NRG so far on the map, but that's going to quickly change, I imagine. We expect a pretty intense series. Shouldn't be a blowout in either direction. Bro, going to get Walco, And there we go. NRG finally activating 5v1. Junior, the last one available, 33 HP, and Nitro shuts him down. First on the board for NRG, and it looks clean.
Oh, nicely done on the hold there. Great pickup there from George to start things off early. The rest being able to back them up, so lifting off there with what sometimes I feel like can be a little bit of a risk, and going for a third round buy on this map, not having an op to start things off with, but they hang in there and hold together strong. Now looking to lift off there. Some consistent success, trying to build up that economy. A little boost action to start things off. But not really being able to assemble it comfortably. I think HE hit them early. So now you got Bro trying to swing into the angle and deals with Marky.
Wow.
Fantastic pickup. Down low on HP there, nearly traded, but sending out more damage their way. Cryptic avoids the HE, but able to establish on some short control here. This has been their bread and butter for a lot of their openings here on the SkinRave side. They love to try sneak their way up short, fight for this control, and see if they can throw it in damage. And now back-to-back rounds, we see that attempted. And back-to-back rounds, we see that shut down.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, Cryptic's going to have to make adjustments pretty early on in this one. NRG looking for a second round look at Sonic's flank. Absolutely shuts Junior and Laxi down before they can even realize he's there. Walco, the last one available. Could be 2 rounds in a row with NRG not losing a single body. You see Walco and Connector going, I don't really know where to go. Obviously, the bomb is important. 35 seconds left. He may just be looking to do damage at this stage, and he won't be able to. Sonic caps it off with a 3K. We're knotted up at 2.
Yeah, fantastic work there. Sonic looking clinical. And that, as you said, the B defense looking for Cryptic to land some adjustments. They're going to need something to try and find a little bit more success here in the opening phases. They can get away with the consistency. There's so much faith here in what this combo of Sonic and Zodic can do on that A site there, between the rifle, how active Sonic is willing to be, as we just saw in that last round, and then how successful Zodic can be at those fast, flashy flicks that you need on the back of that A site. So you never really have to rotate too much. You can keep your positioning on the B bomb site. You can continue to have that as a stronghold. And now we're seeing the timeout to try and land some of those adjustments.
Probably won't be in this round, though. Looking at the money, likely just going to be Glocks for everyone on SkinRave. No armor, no util. Well, there's a flashbang that Cryptic bought. Let's see if it's just a fast B pop with a flash turnout or something along those lines. Obviously, the bomb plant is #1 priority here. Anything more would be fantastic for them. 4 players into lower tunnels. Looks like it's going to be a Connector collapse here. Connector is the destination. Cryptic does manage to get 1. That's not too bad, but Zodic is right there to finish what Sonic started, for the most part anyway. Cryptic manages to recover the A1S. This is trouble for Zodic. Needs to be aware of the possibility that Cryptic will peek around party. I believe he just saw his shoulder. Yep, he did. He took care of it. Junior, the last one available, and this is turning out to be pretty clean aside from that 1 casualty.
The confidence there in the spray control. Zodic looks clinical, but maybe not a call out there that Zodic was expecting. He thought he was on the left side still, and George saw him cross over. Either way, an extra kill is a cherry on top. Not too bad. A couple of kills out of a single Glock round. Nothing really invested. It's exactly what you hope for right there. Getting a couple of casualties. Zodic going to be happy, though, because now he can reinvest into that op. And they'll have all the tools for money being established so nicely over these last couple rounds.
All right, here we go. NRG on a bit of a run. Only 2 deaths over the last 3 rounds. And SkinRave already taking early util damage. I mean, NRG are applying the pressure on CT side, and it continues. Zodic, the opening frag onto Laxi. Cryptic, maybe the next to fall. He's going out alone for information towards short A, and oh my goodness, absolutely crushed by Zodic's op. 5v3. NRG do not look phased at all.
And we can see a little bit of the desire of this team to try and establish some control towards A and do so without throwing much utility, right? And so they end up trying to contact and snake their way in towards that A side, but get punished by an op playing so forward. That's brutal stuff. And this short control does not work in whatsoever with how active George has been as well and how prepared he's been dealing with these angles. And so it's a shutout. Again, an opportunity to try and win another flawless round.
Yeah. Sonic? No, someone's here now. Saw that flashbang thrown, so he's just going to hold his nerve. 24 seconds left. Gonna have to go perfectly for SkinRave if they're gonna get anything, and it does not. Bomb drop. Junior gets one, but now Zodic will swing around and find his third on the round. 4-2 for NRG. And if you look at the results for NRG over the last 3 months, they don't have a ton of them, but a lot of, I don't want to say big events, but big for North America, right? They're playing in the NA Revival Series, they're playing in Philadelphia Ultra Mega Jersey, and also played in Philadelphia Fragville 2025. Won every single one of them. Did not drop a series to a North American squad, including a BO5 at Philadelphia Ultra Mega Jersey against M80, a reverse sweep, Cole. After losing on Mirage 5-13 and Dust 2 7-13, they won Overpass 13-8, Inferno 13-4, and Train 13-9. As Nitro is just going to spray down too. This is the pistols for SkinRave. I think a problem for SkinRave is that 2 of those 3 maps they got the reverse sweep on are the ones we're starting with.
Yeah, so a huge difference maker there in terms of what they can bring to the table. The CT side good to establish some consistent dominance, and as you said, that's what NRG have been kind of asserting throughout the NA region.
Yeah.
Playing in those lands, playing in some of the online stuff as well, being able to find success that's just been replicated constantly. And, for a team that, again, is going to be heading to the major, I feel like that is the start that you need. That's the conversation that you have to have here if they actually want to be able to do damage at the majors, being able to assert their dominance. When it comes to some of the domestic competition, you want to see them be a step above.
Yeah.
And that's what they've been bringing.
I mean, there is that one blemish on them was Pro League Season 22, right? Like, didn't win a single series. They lost to Gamer Legion 0-2, Legacy 1-2. Legacy's been really good lately, so I don't necessarily have a problem with that. But then Fluxo 0-2. So, yeah, Laxi's finally going to get an opener here. And there he gets another. Okay, Laxi. He's been that catalyst for them many times in the past on SkinRave, so will help a 5v3 advantage materialize, and this is going to be trouble for NRG. But what I wanted to say was they need this confidence boost going into the major because the competition will be a lot tougher than what they faced at Pro League.
Yeah, no question about it. That Pro League season, I want to see them be able to step up, and I think they had opportunities watching some of the games that they were playing and just couldn't quite make it happen for that consistent success. So now hoping that they can get another shot here in Season 23. Looking to do so here by winning this best of 5. Nitro keeping this B-side contained, and it feels like if you're SkinRave, you're trying to brute force it, but Laxi provides another opener here, and Markey eventually able to break through as well. They spot the last player. They realize they walked into the stack here. They just got to find the final kill. And off the back of Laxi's 3K and some damage done by him, he will be able to provide around here to add to the tally of this T side.
Look, I mean, Laxi doesn't always go for openers. In fact, it's mostly Cryptic at 32.9% attempts. But when Laxi does, he has some good success. 53.9% of his openers are successful with a 1.05 rating. And right there, you can see that he's got the potential to be their permanent opener, honestly. And I'm surprised that's not his role. But I do understand Cryptic wanting it just because as the IGL, he's looking to get as much information as possible. And he's also very, very capable of doing the damage. One of the most mechanically skilled IGLs we've got in North America right now.
No question about it. And well, now some mechanical skills shown out of another IGL. It's Nitro that finds the two-piece. Able to find it around the edges of those smokes and collect one through it as well. Fantastic work on the defense here, but it's still Falco looking to chug along and find some impact. He's taking down Sonic in his activity here. Could be a head-to-head between the two oppers.
Whoa.
Battle of who's going to gain vision first, and Zodic falls off the line just in time. Still fully exposed to front bath. Worried about Long right now. And kind of revealing his position here. And back of Dice. Walko sneaking under the crosshair of George as well is such a luxury. He gets to stay alive and hold on to this positioning while Junior plucks Zodic out of the sight.
That's what you want to see if you're a SkinRave fan anyway, and just generally for SkinRave if they want to get into this. Because I was going to say, if this ends up being another round where NRG just cruised the finish line, then SkinRave are not looking great, because it's like, I think, 4 of the last 5 rounds where NRG have just completely dominated. But that won't happen here. B site's completely vacant, and SkinRave will take up that space. Is someone watching from heaven? Yes, they are. It is Nitro. I don't think he'll be able to deny this unless he gets really aggressive and tries to hunt down that bomb. He is spamming down, but shot miss from Junior might expose him. Yep, it does. Misses 2 shots, in fact, and Bro will spray him down. George looking around, flicks over and gets Laxi, even though that wasn't his intended target. And now Welko's all alone here in pit, trying to elevate a little bit. Will get one, looks up to heaven. A 1v3 clutch required for him, and he won't be able to do it. Bro will end his attempt, and it's 6-3 for NRG.
You can see Junior's thought process in that round right there. Just didn't realize that Bro had already slipped past his line there in that short little break when he was trying to rechamber that op shot in. And so he's able to just duck right underneath the shot, throws the aim off of Tad, and finds the couple of kills to secure that round alongside George. So great work offered up here out of the NRG squad to bounce right back and continuing to establish just a phenomenal economy for them here. Bomb plant off the back of a round win as well. Going to keep the T side buys coming through as well. Double HE here on the boost. Does some great damage on a Nitro, but no kill off the back of it. I like the vision here from SkinRave. Again, still keeping true to their tendencies here of trying to work some kills on this B site in the early rounds. While Sonic playing a very forward position without an op, just with his rifle here. His opper separated a bit towards Long, but you know, without using any utility here, you got 1:10 left in the round. You're still able to hold this space. It's quite nice control offered up by Sonic. Can't stick around for forever, but still holding the line, and that'll scare him off.
I mean, he's lucky to be alive. That went through the wall. Very thick concrete wall there and into the head, so absorbed a lot of the damage. 48 seconds left. SkinRave have to get a move on, and Sonic still alive means that he's still a threat. SkinRave, what are you going to do? They're readjusting to B again. They really want to try and take this site. It hasn't been working for them, though. And you've still got 3 players left from NRG. And you talked about, you know, the utility discipline has been really good. They've still got a smoke left there. They've got the incendiary and the nade for Zodic. He's also collected a scalp. 20 seconds left now. I mean, what can SkinRave possibly do? They have to be quick here, and, well, trade's not going to help them at all. Marky, okay, on to Nitro. George, last one standing, and George will get a 2K. Sonic supports at the end, and NRG will not fall at B.
It's all that util game. As you highlighted right there, that's good discipline offered up there. The constant recycled smokes being placed in there to make it so comfortable for George, even despite the couple of entries offered up between Marky and Cryptic. But look at this transfer, holding it together. Some great moves coming through out of the CT side to make it easy on themselves, both on the A site being able to contain and towards B as well. Some great work offered up defensively. And now tossing in their early util to try and keep some space towards the A side, but they will play a little bit more back here as the pistols again try and sneak past the crosshair of Zodic. This time he's playing a little bit further back, so this execute that they're looking to get off with their full belts could be a lot more effective. Sonic trying to disrupt here in Long Bath. There's a sliver of an angle.
Yeah, this is dangerous. Yeah, he's going to have to fall off because realize that those pistols can just absolutely decimate him. Does eat a nade down to 43. Now the op at risk too. Zodic needs his rifler. Zodic needs his rifler. Doesn't he need his rifler? Yeah, he does. He will fall. He does get 2 though. It's not too bad. A site will be overloaded. Very nicely done from Cryptic. That makes it a 2v2. Nitro just holding the line here, trying to defend against the bomb plant. AK recovered in the heads of Junior, but he falls, and now Cryptic at risk. Nitro and George trying to close in on him. Cryptic dancing around the boxes, has the Tech 9, a couple of headshots, and this round will be his. Can he get that? No, he can't. George shuts him down. NRG up 8-3.
I mean, great work from Sonic.
Yeah.
As you highlighted, does he need his rifler? The answer definitely is kind of, but he's still able to find 2 out of what feels like, you know, the perfect position for Tech 9s to have him boxed into, kind of condensed and close range angles, but still being able to provide that multi is the world of difference that he had to be able to do if his rifler stuck out towards long, a little bit preoccupied. SkinRave threatened the A-bomb site, but they can't quite capture it. That's been a difficulty for them in this T side, one that they're not all that used to. I feel like the last couple of series we watched from him, plan A has worked for their T side approach. So this definitely is a lot of adjustment on the fly that they've had to get away with throughout this half. And dealing with strong players like Zodic and Sonic on that A side is a different story.
Sonic just charges
Hi,
him.
man.
That's insane. He is just that good right now for NRG. He takes the second fight for against Marky as well and wins that. 5
Mollies at him.
I know.
He threw 2 mollies from the top and bottom of connector. There was supposed to be nowhere he could stand. The only play he could make was doing that exact move, and he finds 2 off the back of it. So much resources invested into trying to flush him out, all for the reward of him still being a thorn in your side.
40 seconds left. NRG still have 5 players alive as well. 32 seconds now. It keeps ticking away. SkinRave, no, that's going to be difficult here. Zodic's holding the line, sees the elbow. Molotov lands at his feet, but he sacrifices a ton of health to hit the shot. And then Bro and Zodic will end it. It's 9-3 for NRG as we head to the halftime break.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a Benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of 8 to Beijing, man, they know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back, just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and roll Lex account of Blueface. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brothers since 6th grade. G-Wagon red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could light the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on a better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life.
All right, we're back after a dominant first half of play by NRG, winning 9 of the last 10 rounds. SkinRave just in some rounds felt like they couldn't keep up with the pace that NRG were setting.
Couldn't land the adjustments they were hoping for throughout that half. Had a tough time dealing with the success story of both sides of the ball there. I mean, A and B felt like a lockdown. Now they have their defense to fall back on for the recovery in this half, and they're walking into a double dually setup. This feels perfectly set up for the SkinRave side of things, and it works about just as well as you could imagine. Take a trade there of 3 for 1. Smarky still walking away there, being able to contain the connector control, and the last 2 players were hoping they could use their utility to set up those players in connector, but they will have no chance. Nitro plucks another one out of the sky, and it'll just be Exotic left standing here in a 1v4. No armor to work off of, anything of that nature, but trying to make some damage happen here. We'll find a kill, but Wildco will deal with it just as quickly. SkinRave win a critical pistol.
Yeah, I mean, look, SkinRave, we can't forget, in the first half did win the pistol and the conversion as well, but those were 2 of the 3 rounds that they got. All the gun rounds pretty much went flat except for one where they kind of managed to get... it was Laxi, honestly. Laxi opened it up with a couple of frags and then even got a third afterwards towards the B site, and without that, they don't get it. And of course, well, that's the only round they did win, as mentioned, with the guns. We do have a tech pause coming through. I'm not sure what the nature of this is, but... if you look over at SkinRave now, of course, they're going to need the conversion. It's not going to be easy for them because despite not getting the bomb plant, NRG are going to be forcing up here. It's going to be Tech 9s for everyone. And, yeah, I mean, look, you have to do more than convert off pistol, I guess is my point.
No question about it. And, you know, the CT side, they'll definitely have some better opportunities to do just that. They'll look to build up a stronghold here and gain some momentum back into the series. Their opening map pick on Overpass. Wanted to start it off with a statement. This team's been hustling on this map here, finding success throughout so many different tough opponents there. Marsborn taking down Evoca as well. I think it was Boston the mix that we saw them win on as well. So, I mean, they have a couple of...
Yeah.
You know, big scalps in NNA, but this is definitely going to be the tougher competition that they play. So bouncing back here and showing how much work they put into this map of Overpass here and having it pay off would be a big statement.
Yeah, I mean, like, the first time they picked into the map actually was up against Marsborn. What was it? 4 days ago. Like, we didn't know this was going to happen, and it felt like it was just an arrow in their quiver that they just brought up for those grand finals, and now they've been utilizing it in every single BO3 since, trying to expand their map pool, honestly, and move it to a map that's more strategically focused, which is beneficial for an IGL like Cryptic for sure. But, you know, you got Nitro on the other side. He's a legend. Captain America, right? He's not going to be any slouch in this map, even though they do have 2 losses, even against Marsborn, which, you know, in the Prize Picks and Revival Series number 10, 8-13 there, and Gamer Legion, 9-13. Of course, Gamer Legion, a bit tougher competition. But the big one that stands out to me is, on in September up against M80, the 13-8 win. That means that they're starting to figure things out. And of course, teams are going to pick into it as much as they can against NRG because it's not their perma and they don't necessarily lean into it, but they're no slouches.
No doubt about it. I do have a force buy here from NRG. No bomb plant, but a force buy. Tech 9 rush. We're kicking it old school. And the HE slows him down big time. Great util damage out of Walco. And now trying to set up a passive defense here. They are shutting down the pistol players there. They just fall back and do not allow for those Tech 9s to close the distance whatsoever. Locked out. Walco's early util damage translates into a 3K. And they shut down the force buy completely.
It's actually a really good hold. It's not easy with those Tech 9s barreling down. The util was good. As you mentioned, util damage from Walco, softening up those NRG targets, but they still managed to take the site. It's just that you see it here. SkinRave backed into pit, and no one was on the site proper to really be punished by that push. They only lose Cryptic, but everyone else survives. So SkinRave deal with the force buy, and now NRG on an eco. We'll have to wait until the next round to get the AKs out and the Galils. Cryptic charging up aggressively into Fountain. Has to be careful not to lose his life here, though, because if he does, that could open a window here for NRG to have a path to the A side. Oh, speaking of losing their life, Junior over in Connector. George finds him. That's a gun picked up as well, and it's the most potent one. George also gets Cryptic. Doesn't even use the A1S. Oh my goodness, 5v3 for NRG.
Setup's so reliant on having that connector control right there, because when Junior goes down, look where Cryptic's out. He's in the wide open. Easy pickings. Caught with his side turn there, feeling the pressure of so many different players rushing him down. Now, they don't spot anything. Flash play in for Markey, but nothing is revealed here, so it's still a little bit awkward. Maybe a false sense of security towards this A side, still allowing for them to scale, and it's Bros Deagle that sings next. Out in the wide open, here's Markey realizing a little late that the pressure's coming his way, and he's simply got to fall out. They've got the bomb site here. A retake has to be put in order here for SkinRave in a 2v5 fashion. Utility going to be tossed in. I think that's their cue to leave, and not allowing for that to happen. Bro shuts down another kill. You still have a player cutting off rotations in the form of Nitro with a Glock, so they want everyone to fall down.
This was an eco. Just an eco with a Tech 9 upgrade that ends up striking not once but twice. And the guns are picked up. Walco, okay, Walco, 3K.
Wait a second.
Smoke in his hands. He's got a chance here. Are they gone? They're not here. Oh my goodness, Walco! Has he actually done it? He has! Oh no! Oh, George, at the last half second, does get the kill. I thought he had the defusal, Cole, but Walco denied. NRG were scrambling to get back to that bomb site.
Oh
wow.
My God, what a pickup right there.
Yeah.
I mean, just brilliant work out of George being able to rotate in time, but Walco making an impossible play happen right there. And I feel like if just able to get that smoke on top of the bomb instead of a little bit off, there was a chance. Either way, it's the heat of the moment. He made something out of nothing. But NRG also did the same thing. They just had a massive takeaway. And a big opportunity strikes here. George with his back turned, though, not catching a visual here on his target. Cryptic with a freebie. Thank you very much. That Molly just shrouds him in position. And now a man advantage here. SkinRave look to bite back.
Sonic's at risk. He needs to back off. And he does. Into Monster. NRG are rotating back to this B site, but maybe that clear into construction by SkinRave will give him a false sense of security at this B site and might send the reinforcements in the other direction. Looks like that has come to pass, so now they only have these two players left. Sandbag's pretty potent spot for Walco, but he's gone. And now Laxi stuck over at construction, isolated from the bomb site. This is not going well for SkinRave. That false sense of security does give them, or does open up a huge gap in the defense.
It's not going to be claimed here. This short control's still lethal from Laxi. But Bro's also lurking about in the mix, waiting for his time to shine. trying to cut off rotations as they move through graffiti. It would be nice if there's a little bit more utility and a kit in play, but that's not a luxury they can afford right now. So smoke and a molly has to be tossed in from Laxi in some way in this retake, and that feels like a challenge while Bro is ready to strike from the backlines. Can he find his timing right? As Laxi starts to toss in his utility, the kills start to flow through. Bro finally able to strike, and in unison, NRG hold it together in the post. Now looking to evacuate here.
That's phenomenal. I mean, look, everyone working in unison, right? And doing their jobs perfectly. It wasn't just an individual effort as a unit. They knew exactly where they needed to watch, how they needed to peak to get the advantages on the incoming SkinRave players, and never gave up control of that B side. And that's after this, right? You thought, okay, maybe something can materialize here for SkinRave, but because of that and the space they take into short, they're like, oh, it looks safe here. Let's send the bodies back in the other direction. And no, that, of course, having no one watching Monster either, led to NRG overtaking the site and never rescinding control of it. So now you have an 11-5 scoreline. Only 2 more rounds, and they'll go up 1-0 in what is, reminder, a best of 5.
Nice to do that on your opponent's map pick as well. That's the cherry on top. Both these teams having so much time to prepare, and it feels like NRG have come into this one with the expectation and game plan around how SkinRave like to play this map, and they've got a lot of footage to look at in doing so. So we highlighted 4 picks in a row here for this team. So establishing a strong foundation here. Great opening pick there from Cryptic, but he is flushed out. The op is on the B bomb site, so they're going to be able to avoid that for now, as Marky already close on the rotate here. Zodic overlooking the angle here on the back of Dice. Now you're op looking to get involved. Can Junior thrive in the chaos? Not quite. And now Pro able to finally make the breakthrough here as Marky keeps things contained. Waiting for his teammate here. George trying to chase him down, looking for that leverage at range, and now they just group up together. Marky needs this P250 magic. So they play Ring Around the Rosie on the back of Dice. The bomb is still down, but eventually they get the commitment out of him. And it'll be NRG.
Why?
On the 12. Oh boy, little fireworks there to add to the anticipation.
That's just Sonic, a little bit of BM, throwing the nade like, I don't need this. I have money to buy it next round, so I'm just going to throw it on your body, but also a little scary because you don't want to die either. Health was low. It's okay, though. 12-5 for NRG. 7 rounds available for them to close this out, and SkinRave call a timeout, realizing this could be their last round of Overpass unless they can pull things together. No AWP available. Overall, not the impact we've seen from SkinRave in the last 2 grand finals they've played. Obviously, the competition has been ratcheted up immensely in NRG versus Marsborn and Voka, I believe it was, in those 2 grand finals. But yeah, NRG's look good. I was a little bit, I don't want to say concerned, but wondering if NRG were going to be up to the task here, because they haven't necessarily played as much as SkinRave over the last 3 months, but certainly you can tell the practice has been ongoing.
Yeah, and it looks like they've taken some of that time, right, to you know, adjust how they play here in terms of dealing with the matchup that they know is the most important in front of them. Which obviously got the major, you're probably preparing a lot for that, but in terms of what's the rate on your next game, you've had a little bit of time to prepare for this matchup, and they're reaping the benefits because they look so well prepped for that CT side. Spam continues to come through here, and Laxi now chasing down a kill off the back of Marky's commitment. They did not give up on the play, and they reap the benefits.
Yeah, felt like more damage. I thought it was going to be more damage through the panel, but it wasn't. Junior, oh, Junior, someone walks right past him, bro. If he doesn't look behind him, doesn't realize it. No, Junior's got the freebie. Spam back on through. I wasn't sure who was going to gain the edge there. And now Nitro and Zodic, well, only Zodic, to fight to try and get this one back, but a 1v5.
Instant by Junior. We'll see if he can go claim his reward. Don't know if I'll have time. I might have had time to go and grab that op.
Yeah,
I kind of didn't realize that how long that actually lasts, the freeze time in between rounds, but I don't know if Junior realized that either. He definitely thought there was no chance. Either way, I'm not going to be quite recovered here for him. Instead, I'm going to be sticking with the rifles. That's a great look out of the rifles, though, in the last round. Being able to establish some short control. Got a run boost molly. Cryptic in position.
Perfect.
Nice throw there. You toss in to do some early chip damage. Like to see that. But can you establish some ground off the back of that utility is the big question here. Is it just a false, I guess, information gathering? It forces a smoke out of Bro and tries to slow him down as much as possible as the rest of NRG start to establish more of a ground here towards that short side that they got caught off guard in last round.
That's they're trying to apply a lot of pressure utility-wise here. I'm not sure if it's just for a fake or not, or trying to draw utility from SkinRave, and they do draw util. 2 nades tossed that don't really do that much damage. There's a smoke as well. Another one thrown, this time for short A. Util all over the map from SkinRave. Cryptic, overlooks Bro a little bit, and he'll pay the price. Bro hits the headshot, now a 5v4. And they're going to readjust towards B because now they've applied that pressure into the A site. Sonic gets Walco. Oh my goodness. NRG even limited to a Deagle here. And a Galil are still up 5v3.
Sitting pretty. Looking for the closing. Trying to find a way to shut down this map of overpass with this 5v3. This would be the biggest luxury in Bros. On the A bomb site. Figured out by Junior though. So still a multiple setups here, ready to go, but a flash here working against Laxi. Zodic tossing in the perfect counter utility to nullify the defensive util that was put in place. And so both are firing blind. Eventually the site is claimed, and now a 1v3 ahead of Junior. Good in the clutch, but he's going to need to be great here. He's got a smoke and a kit to work off of.
Well, Junior does get one. 2 more targets required. Nitro chipped down to 90 by that nade. Junior knows he has to be exposed and going for this fight. Doesn't know where anyone is and clearing the wrong angle. Sonic puts him to rest. And there goes the map pick of SkinRave, the way of NRG by a scoreline of 13-6. In the gun rounds, honestly, Cole, it was dominated by NRG.
Yeah, no question. I mean, that's a scoreline right there that includes both pistols.
Yeah.
4 rounds capitalized off the back of those pistols. Could have been 5 if it wasn't for the big eco that NRG pulled through. But outside of that, as you said, gun rounds dominated by NRG. And that's kind of a worrying sign when it comes down to what SkinRave want to bring to the table here. They want to be able to establish a foothold, capitalize on these early boosts that they get in both halves, and that was just not available. Shut down at every seam, and as we highlighted for this NRG team, they might be shaking off the rust just a little bit here in the series, but what they're not doing is coming into this matchup ill-prepared. They are fully ready for the competition that they're dealing with in this grand final.
Yeah, no question. And I mean, they haven't underestimated them at all. I agree with you. It's just been super solid play from them. Very tight. SkinRave had their moments, but NRG were ready to strike every single time. And I mean, no better round illustrating that than this right here, where George gets that Tech 9 frag, and then afterwards kind of sails to victory with the rest of his team. Anyway, that's going to wrap up the first map. We are headed to Inferno now. This is NRG's map pick, and it's a map that has been somewhat successful on the side of SkinRave. They certainly don't pick into it, but when it is picked against them, they get their wins. The one against the Marsborn, Wildcard, and Regain. The Marsborn and Wildcard matches took 24 rounds or more, 13-11 against Marsborn and 16-13 against Wildcard. But yeah, it's been a little bit rough for them.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt about it here. I think this is, obviously I think Cryptic's an IGL that's been able to, in the past, thrive on this map, come up with a lot of cool ideas and show some development on this map, but it is going to be a huge challenge that presents itself, ahead of this next map. And the key is to start off nicely in these series when you're kind of faced as the underdog, not quite able to do that with Overpass. But again, if I know Cryptic as an IGL, I know this side of SkinRave team, they're going to come through ready to play.
All right, we're going to throw it to a break. When we come back, we'll have Inferno.
Get up feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes, and you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, yeah, you like it, the way you like it now. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, so good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
All right, we're back into it here. Map number 2 of Inferno. This is NRG's pick, and man, have they looked good on it in North America over the last few months, even outside of it. I mean, they beat Saw. Well, didn't actually beat Saw. That was a loss. That was their only loss. They're 8-13, but beat Game Hunters 13-8. Outfit 49 13-3. M80 though 13-4. Every single one of their wins have been absolute trouncings. They haven't allowed double digits, Cole, aside from that loss.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking to continue this conversation here into what is already a well-prepared for grand final for them. It looks like it feels like Nitro coming in with a decent game plan. This is what they wanted to start off this best of 5 with, and they got their opponent's map pick plucked out of an overpass as well. So they're kind of setting the tone. Now it's going to come down to more success offered up on this T side. If you want to try and close this out, you're going to want to continue to shut down some of the hot hands that we've seen out of SkinRave. It's a lot of impact out of players like Cryptic on the opening duels there. You look on this defense and you want to be able to limit the amount of impact Junior can have in this first half, given that he's going to start off on the defense. You've got a couple of key details that if you're NRG, you want to make sure that they can never lift off with, and so far it has been good.
Yeah, I mean, look, we talked about it. The fact that this SkinRave squad has been effective at shutting down teams who pick this against them, especially over the last 4, winning 3 of them. Regain that win was very convincing. Talked about Wildcard and Marsborn, who both had their hands full dealing with SkinRave, losing 13-11 and 16-13. There was that one match that went to overtime against Marsborn in the Annual Revival series, but it was a 13-16 result in overtime again. So SkinRave are a team that's capable of holding their own on this map. It could still be NRG dominating, but I mean, I feel like SkinRave are prepared enough, and we're probably expecting this one. And we'll see. I mean, they have been flawless on pistols, so if they can build up more around that, maybe we'll see something here.
I would love to continue that work that they've been bringing to the table here. We have decent raid boss setup here for Marky. It's got the smoke, armor, flashbang, and the dual Berettas. And they're saying, you got to do the job on this B-bomb site. Meanwhile, there's a flank rolling out here. There's 2 players starting to walk down and through Banana. So maybe looking for a chance to strike here. We'll see if they can beat him on the execute right now, as the flank already gets punished on one facet. Marky trying to play around the smoke in another. They're starting to realize that maybe this B site's not so elusive here as they would have hoped for, but Marky just presses through Banana and takes all 4 kills. They were distracted by the flank, allowing for Marky to take his prize there of backs turned.
3rd straight pistol round for SkinRave, and Marky's been the pistol round demon for them, continually having impact round after round. Those dualies have been impressive in his hands. He talked about it, the raid boss setup. He was on his own, but the fact that the flank was materializing at the same time really lifted a lot of the weight off his shoulders and allows him to activate more comfortably with NRG's attentions divided. So SkinRave looking to convert another pistol round here. This time NRG do not buy into, do not do a force buy without getting the bomb plant. It'll just be the P250 along with 4 Glocks.
They're trying to set up Lauka with a flashbang here at some point, but contact drawn in. Don't really expect a player in the corner this early, and he's going to take his time with it. Free kills handed over, and it works for the 3rd as well. A quick little burst, and he's just farming up the cash flow right now. Fantastic response. Trying not to lose anybody here in this round. It's going to be an ace for Walco. Up against the pistols, the perfect player for it. 5 kills, some cash stacked, and we'll get on to the gun rounds as soon as possible.
Alrighty, well, pretty quick for SkinRave once more to get to that 2 as you mentioned, but here come the guns. This is when NRG have really dominated. Only 2 gun rounds won by SkinRave in the series so far. So let's see if that changes. 6 of the 8 rounds have been off pistols and conversions of those pistols. 3 AKs and 2 Galils out for NRG. Util's pretty strong as well. And this time, SkinRave aren't going to deploy much of their utility here in the early goings. They're hanging on to it. And there it goes. Now a late nade and a smoke go out, but NRG kind of expecting it. Now Walco was just jiggling around that corner, ready to throw some utility afterwards. And once he gets the spot, we'll toss that for Junior in apartments. Shuts down George. That's a great start for SkinRave. Maybe another one coming through from Laxi. Swinging with the MP9. And indeed, a 5v3 now.
Just doesn't give up on it right there. Is able to hang in there and find multiples in that app setup. Now, Bro's broken through and towards CT spawn and does catch one by surprise. Can that be enough to survive this round here? They're going to need to finish off Marky and Cryptic still healthy on the side as well. So another CT smoke. Continuing the threat that Bro provides. As Junior goes and tries to figure out a vulnerability here. He might be able to catch him on a flank. Maybe just missed the timing on it. Cryptic is now going to step up, but catches the perfect timing on his opposition with the util out there. Sodic and Bro going to fall, and there's another gun round to lift off there.
Okay. NRG looking a little bit rough there in that round. Gotta say, SkinRave, though, I mean, stepping up to the plate and delivering at every single turn, delaying the util a little bit, allowing them to have a lot in the latter part of the round. And NRG, while they did get Bro through, lost everyone else in the process and only had, I think it was Zodic there waiting with the bomb on his back towards Banana. If he actually does hold up a little bit longer, maybe he gets a fight with Junior and releases a lot of the pressure off the flank, but as it stands, SkinRave, for the first time on either map, get 3 rounds in a row at the beginning of a half.
Be able to be the difference here. Just trying to collect some of that gun round success. Seeing if they can't break through on another one of these scrappy purchases. Got this done on overpass to make the job easy for them in that second half, but to make it happen here again, a different story. So util gets recycled, and that's a huge bit of information. Laxi says, wait a second, there's a body in that apartment. So even more prepared for the Halls pop that is inevitable. Utility not going to catch on to Laxi, so he's going to shut down the axis completely. A nice 1D from Bro, and they're starting to make their strides in. HE lands high, and Junior starts to collect because of it here. Finally, Bro finds the kill that could open up the site. Now he's going to try and activate a little bit early here for the fights. Marky almost certainly not going to expect him to be in this position, but they're back turned.
What?
He doesn't see them. It's a ridiculous ships in the night moment where now he can wrap back in, but he's making noise. And at this point here, they don't expect him to be so close. A huge missed opportunity that Bro can't believe. Such a surprise there in the arch smoke, the timing not favoring him.
I'm surprised there's now a second look. If Bro turns around there, I think it's over. I think NRG have their first on the board. Like, both players did not clear towards bracket at all from arch, so Bro missing a huge opportunity to strike, but again, it was just the eco round for NRG. And while it gets close, they still haven't cracked that scoreboard. 4-0 for SkinRave. Bit of spam now through for Bro. NRG do have the early damage done. Nade sails through Zodic on the receiving end of it. And you see that SkinRave, for I think one of the first times, is getting aggressive down Banana pretty early on in the round. Junior is getting caught between util and a scope. Now decides to stick to the scope, staring down a boiler. This could be the right decision. George lurking around there, eventually going to pop his head out. You imagine there's going to be util behind this? Like, if he goes dry, probably dead. There's the Molotov. Smoke out for Junior, and yeah, he'll just fall back momentarily. There's the flashbang, as predicted. Junior jumping around. Doesn't swing just yet, and in fact, NRG are not going to take the fight down lane. Cryptic waiting at arch side. Walco in the smoke. This is really tough for NRG. They might lose this. No, Sonic gets the first. Swung out to get Cryptic, but George will find the trade after Sonic falls. 4v3 advantage for NRG, and oh my goodness, Marky is about to be in a world of hurt, pincered in between every single player with reinforcements pretty far behind. What? I can't believe Marky gets 2 there. Bomb will be planted. Zodic going to take care of that, but very winnable for Junior and Laxi.
Already fast on the flank right now. As this anticipated Junior will collect before the flash comes through. And now Zodic in a 1v2. Ducking underneath the fountain there. Able to collect the first headshot, but Laxi is quick on the trade. And SkinRave will keep their streak up. Another victory here. 5-0 liftoff for them. Marky with a miraculous B-hold there. Finding the multi-kill before he's put down. I mean, his back was against the wall. I think such a smart decision for them not to smoke CT, but smoke Coffins instead. And the only play that Marky could make right there, tucking in towards that position and back of tree, nets him 2 kills. I think a lot of different players would struggle there to find the multi in that position, but it's the sort of player that Marky is, and that's what he's bringing to the table right now.
That was unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, the fact is there was also the lack of a smoke thrown for the cross, so it opens up possibilities for Marky. And I think the more surprising thing is that NRG not clearing, towards CT, and Marky allowing, getting 2 clean fights, I want to say, which allows him to get those 2 frags through. So good on Marky. Do you have another technical pause coming through here, folks? But yeah, 5-0 for Skinner at the beginning of Inferno. Not what we expected. I mean, they've already surpassed M80 in the amount of rounds that they've gotten up against NRG. Certainly that was on LAN and this is online, but still doing pretty well.
Yeah, sitting pretty here at the moment. 5-0, as you said. You have some of your key individuals. Marky ready to play here in this grand final. I mean, has shown his success in all of the pistols that we looked at, but now being able to develop some of that here on the gun rounds as well, being able to back up some of the good positioning. So, I mean, see if they can keep this conversation rolling here on the CT side. Excited to see them deliver early on. You got Junior rolling with the op as well. So just trying to keep up this pace here, shutting down NRG.
All right. Laxi sees the flames burning away. Molotov gonna get tossed by Bro for top banana, and this is NRG getting pretty aggressive again, but Laxi has the answer off of Junior's pop flash into Boiler, and another man advantage for SkinRave to open things up, and NRG, still Sonic lurking around, but they just haven't been able to figure out this defense.
So many good solutions for opening duels here for themselves, trying to elevate here, spotting out the boost this market, but they're not giving up a banana, or are they? Well, he gets sent in. That gets an opportunity there for Cryptic to back out. But for how long here? As Junior catches the contact approach, didn't expect for an operator to also be around the corner. Here comes that retake utility, and it forces them off the line just as they're trying to fight tooth and nail for it. Now Cryptic is tucked in here as a smoke is put on display. See if you can get them on the edge. They don't anticipate this here. Too elusive in the positioning. Free picks there offered up by Cryptic. 58 HP in a nothing given round here, except for one shot through the smoke on a Marky before he's finished off right back in return. 6-0. The SkinRave continue to lift off.
Junior unnecessarily murdering a chicken. But yes, nice work from SkinRave. Just joking. But Cryptic doing great work towards top banana. Junior hitting the shot through the smoke. Everyone looking way better on SkinRave on Inferno than didn't look on Overpass throughout the entire map. 6-0. I can't believe NRG are still being blanked. There were some rounds, I would say one in particular, where they got close there. That 4v2 of Marky the hero again. Missed shot from Junior now. Laxi with the incendiary, tossed that into the apartments. They run right through it, and they run through him as well. Zodic the headshot with the Tech 9. Junior misses another one. They're just going through all the utility. They don't care. NRG have overtaken the A site. SkinRave backing off, letting them plant the bomb. This is the most effective round we've seen from NRG so far.
See if they can close it off in the post here. How much interest even SkinRave having trying to retake this A bomb site, and they're watching smokes right now and fading away. One kill to break through, and this time the success in apartments is quelled for their first round on the board. And I think that's a big mission that NRG needed to kind of establish a foothold in apartments. We've seen a lot of opening duels won out by Laxi and Junior in that position to net them opening duels, get them rolling early in these rounds. Finally being able to punch back, catch an opening pick off the back of it. SkinRave find that A site defenseless.
Yeah, I mean, just NRG didn't allow the utility to dictate the flow of play. They just said, no, we're going through this incendiary. And I believe Laxi was probably shocked to see two players that close to him after just having tossed the incendiary. And NRG, yeah, I think what's even crazier, right? They get the win and SkinRave don't challenge at all. They save 4 rifles out of that round, keep the economy exceptionally healthy. So it makes sense. Just thought they might fight a little bit more forward for that. They do force NRG to buy up in this next one and spend a little bit more cash. Nice nade. Perfect nade at the feet of Junior, getting him down to 56. And Junior's watching to see if anyone's going to boost up over the half wall, but so far, nothing seen here. As SkinRave continue to wait. Molotov tossed, a couple of them. That'll allow for top banana control for NRG, and they know they've pushed SkinRave back, so they don't even have to occupy this space because information will be hard to come by for SkinRave.
Alka did not deny as much as possible here on this T side, making sure that Junior can't get much going with the op here. Smoke it off towards the top of banana. The leg goes right into the smoke, so gonna take a little bit of extra time here to work around this wrap side, but they're gonna get no extra help here. I mean, this is a committed setup from SkinRave on both the B and A site, so it's gonna come down to this trio of defenders being able to lock out this play, and this time Library's smoked, so Cryptic might be removed from that conversation unless he wants to push past it, in which he tries off a flashbang but can't quite get the ground he's hoping for. Spotting out the defense here, both players tucked in towards lane but getting overwhelmed and overrun. Yes. The NRG brute forced their way into the site.
I mean, look, there was a big gap opened up from the apartments for George to slip through because of all that madness that was happening from Library and Moto, with NRG applying the pressure there. Laxi eventually saying, oh, I'm going to just watch what's happening in that direction. So George gets out for free, finds one in the end. It wasn't like the craziest impact because they were doing the job in the forward fights as well. But just goes to show you, the NRG are figuring things out here, especially towards A, and not allowing opening duels to go the way of SkinRave anymore. Oh my goodness, Junior just got F1 race car peaked by Bro. Marky, last one available, trying to save the gun. Looks like he's making a case for it, and yeah, he'll hold on to that probably. Definitely now, as Sonic dies to the bomb. So an A1S held on to, but NRG have got 2 in a row.
Get back into the swing of things here. NRG ready to punch back in this T side with the systematic breakdown of that A site. Just fantastic work at suffocating the defense there, getting them committed with that utility towards B. So your B defenders aren't going to rotate off if they don't have that card control. You're going to have to stick 2 players there for the whole round. I think that's what Inferno it all comes down to, right? Is how effective your rotations can be. Can you get that 4th man towards A when the A execute comes through? Can you get the 3rd man towards B when the B exec is present? And right there, they're able to upset the rotations. They almost catch Cryptic in transition in Library, trying to cover off the wrap towards B, and in doing so, force him into a tough spot. NRG, 2 rounds in a row, ready to bounce back here on this T side.
Looking at the numbers for NRG, they actually have a pretty potent T side over the last 3 months. 66.7% of the T rounds are usually victories. So this is already a strong performance from SkinRave, a mini win for them to have found to get those 6 rounds. But now NRG are applying the pressure, and they're not allowing SkinRave the same amount of time that they were afforded earlier on in this half to get that util set up. Yeah, they're already charging a great flashbang toss. Cryptic, oh, surprisingly wins that duel. Thought Nitro had it dead to rights. Bro will take care of Marky's skull. And now with Cryptic down to half health, he has to be careful not to over-engage here. What a spam from Walco onto Zodic there. So NRG still haven't planted the bomb. They will be able to because 2 players are still on the A site. Oh no! Sonic tracked the tracers, and Walco is the one who gets the favor returned to him through that smoke.
Can't be that pesky A4 every once in a while right there. She said those tracers, the indicator there, and as much as Walco will take,
That's
also get one sent back his way.
It's a save now. They don't know how much damage was done to Sonic and George, because if they did with that util, I think they would have gone for it.
Definitely doable here. I mean, yeah, like you said, they have the utility enough to make that retake happen for sure, but you know, like for the safer approach here, try and keep the money rolling and put into picture the rest of this half. But 3 rounds in a row for NRG to sort of rebound off the difficult start that they faced. Some confidence being built here for this T side, and it just looks a lot more systematic here. Great execute, forcing the commit out of Cryptic, and then being able to isolate their target on that B side. A little bit of a quicker approach, so you got the tempo change in the mix as well. Speeding the play up. Catching SkinRave off guard. And, well, speaking of speed right now, that's what they're going for again. And in this case, Junior able to thread an opening duel with the op. Playing in the porch side, collecting the first.
I'm not sure. Well, I was going to say I'm not sure how much that means with the speediness of NRG's approach towards A, but they actually completely fall off afterwards, giving up all that map control they gained to head to Banana instead. Cryptic waiting top Banana. Doesn't see anyone here. So he's going to tuck himself behind sandbags, but a little bit further back. So trying to get an advantageous angle here. Sonic goes for the boost to get information. I think he's just going to clear sandbags from here. He's trying to. I don't know if he spotted Cryptic. No, he didn't. Nitro found out. Cryptic tries to get away, won't be able to. So now it's Marky alone on this B side. If he can't get a single frag here, it's problematic. The utility's doing a lot of damage, and there we go. Walco swings around. Marky does get that single kill, and he doesn't even die. Marky with a 2K, and SkinRave find a 7th.
It's been a theme here for Marky. When he needs to deliver these kills on the B bomb site, he has it under lock and key. Staying elusive, finding a way to impact the round in the high pressure environment right there, and finding the multi to just secure things, sure things up, make sure that there's no chance for an NRG clutch in the mix. And SkinRave trying to give him a taste of their own medicine, keep them at 3 rounds here for this first half. HE to blow open the smoke. It looked like Junior was ready for that play, but Sonic is quicker on the draw. He collects the opening pick there. HE on the money, but Walco catches Sonic jumping above the smoke, trying to gain visual. And Walco playing confident there, picking up where he lost his teammate.
All right. Sonic bunny hopping pretty much, just jumping up and down. Looking for information, and it doesn't work out. Not bunny hopping in the CS sense, though. Anyway, George, gonna eat that nade. In the meantime, Bro has found Marky. That is a big benefit going towards that B site. Knowing that Marky's no longer here, I think that accelerates NRG significantly. Still have to deal with Cryptic, though, and Cryptic snaps over to Bro and shuts that down entirely. I don't know why they're backing off, though, because look where George has gotten to. He's into CT. I mean, at this stage, you've got a pincer attack to the B side. I'm guessing they're just waiting for George to get in position, and they're falling back a little bit to hope that rotations come through towards the A site and maybe allow, you know, someone to go into the open arms of George, but this is finishing B. Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder... Oh, yeah. I was wondering if he was going to be able to be aware of those gaps right there. And so now it's looking like a missed opportunity. Nitro on the board for this first half. Will that kill be enough to break through? Because Walco still buying time. Was able to equalize for his team. Now is looking to close out this round here, but losing time on the site there and eventually runs out of health. 8 seconds on the plant here. And Laxi has the element of surprise. He's looking to keep it as he walks on the flank. Silence here for Zodic. He's reading this though. Might catch a shoulder. The molly reveals it, and now Laxi's position known, but the spray is just missed there. Can't fight around the pillar. It's a little too chaotic. And SkinRave will close out another one. Wowko's early start in liftoff, and Laxi's finish means they've got 8.
8-3 is crazy for SkinRave here on their CT side. And it started with that too. I mean, Cryptic held the line. It wasn't Marky's magic required this time. It was Wowko dealing kill after kill and setting Laxi up for this 1v1. If Laxi's a little lower in health, maybe it's a problem. I would even argue he maybe made a mistake by tossing that incendiary because he gives away his positioning entirely to Zodic. But in the end, Zodic just can't find that headshot. And now the best NRG can get here in this first half of action is 4 rounds. It's funny when you look at it too in terms of the stats for both teams. SkinRave are typically stronger on their T side. Anyway, Sonic gonna get a headshot here, and I mean that does bode well for SkinRave, even though this round is not looking that great.
Quick 5v3 here to lift off in this one. Big opportunity to try and cap things off, but just a little commitment right there. And this has been the same problem that they fell into last round here. They just are too nervous to try and trade right there. Nitro goes all in, committing through the smoke. Meanwhile, they fall back for the rest of the squad, and Cryptic scares them off into a duo on this A-bomb site. That could be enough to hold things together.
I think just the spacing on the fights hasn't been great for NRG throughout the entirety of the half. Anyway, here we're going to see a trade. Still, I mean, look at George and Zodic's health. Laxi could get 2 here easily. There's the first, not the second. Sonic saves Zodic's life, honestly. And now a 2v1. Cryptic so close, though. Smoke prevents him from getting the advantage here, and he has 3 pieces of util, a smoke and 2 flashes available to him. Bomb ticking away. Cryptic slithering his way around here and getting towards lane. Sonic's holding the line. Sonic misses the shots.
Ooh.
Now Cryptic a chance in the 1v1. Zodic waits on the site. Smoke thrown onto the bomb. Zodic so low in terms of health. Cryptic just taps it. He's faking it. I think it's over. I don't think Cryptic can get this. Well, maybe now actually he can. On to the defusal. Is it a 9th for SkinRave? Yes, it is. 9-3 for SkinRave, heading into the second half of action. A stunning 9-3 lead for SkinRave on NRG's map pick. They're trying to do to NRG what NRG did to them on Overpass. Unbelievable. And not to mention, SkinRave haven't lost a pistol yet, so if they win this pistol, we could quickly find ourselves on Dust 2 with a 1-1 tie.
I mean, that answer that if they just keep things flawless. You're exactly right. We'll see if they can keep in shape here. Markey has been the big breakthrough piece on these pistol rounds. Can he be called on it again here? This time Sonic is going to have to fall off, but the quick motion and the very deep smoke that they throw buys a little bit of time and it delays the rotates, and it is again Markey. Threads in an opening shot here with his Glock. Sight established at the hands here of SkinRave as they want to fight for Church as well. And Markey continues to plow through the defense. Another kill, but one step too far. Bro holds the off angle, catches them by surprise, and they feed the beast to Bro. 3 quick tap outs inside the Church there. It sends SkinRave packing.
That was some sharp shooting from Bro, and you're right. They just took a step too far. Markey overconfident in that duel, and once he's lost, all that pistol prowess that SkinRave had goes down with him. Wow. First pistol round for NRG at a critical juncture. And I mentioned that it's interesting heading into the second half, looking at the numbers for both sides, knowing that SkinRave are typically better on their T side by a large margin, like almost 10%. I think it's 9.6% better on their T round in terms of win percentages, and then you look over at NRG, their CT side is better by less than that, by 2 point something, 2.6%, 2.5%, something like that. But either way, CT round win percentage of 69.1%. So NRG, they're potent on this defensive end, and that's why this one may not be over. Especially with that pistol round.
Yeah, by no means. I think they just have to try and inspire a little bit more confidence back in themselves. I mean, I'm looking at a team that's played so confidently on that last round of Overpass. And here in this T side, it has been a little bit wavery. Sonic slowing down with the utility, keeping them at bay. See the bank on that HE there, trying to threaten even more damage, but so far, not a lot of forward progress here for the SkinRave side, getting stalled out of lane. Finally, a breakthrough moment for Cryptic because he's traded, but it distracts here long enough to leave Nitro alone in the pit. They're just about saved by Bro, and now jumping MP9, but the flanks are cut off, and Markey continues to provide here. This force buy showing its potency here. It's just Junior left in the back of the site and can't fight his way out of it. Bro finds all the kills. Nitro gets to hide inside the pit, just stay alive, and that's enough.
Bro's hit another level here in this at the beginning of the second half. 6 frags already. Shutting down every attempt from SkinRave, both in the pistol round and now here, where NRG's force buy honestly wasn't looking that bad. They almost got to that bomb site and planted the bomb, but were cut short right on the tail end as Bro saved his IGL not once but twice. So now, still, interestingly, a force buy for SkinRave. They didn't have to go for this, but I guess realizing that it came down to only 2 players for NRG, think they have a chance to punish here. And they're not wrong, but Sonic's going to spam Cryptic down through the smoke and already a 5v3.
One freebie plucked out right there. This force buy looking to be successful, trying to find some leverage in towards middle, and they almost break through. Markey is traded out quickly, but the ping pong approach to the smoke, the distraction caused, and then Laxi finds the follow-up there. Nitro leveled out, and again, it's just coming down to a solo defender trying to buy time. Flash catches George on notice here right now and having to try and delay for as long as possible. The double up on the flank could be lethal, and it's exactly what George needs to do. Threaten to kill and now stay alive here for his teammates to roll on the flank. Sonic able to strike here. They know where the last player is, and they hunt. Sonic does not stop, letting him try and lift off. Instead, chases down his kill, and now the distance starts to close here for NRG.
Yeah, and I mean, there might still be the temptation there for SkinRave to go for a force buy with 2 players alive, but they have to stop eventually. You can't keep doing that. It's going to cost you a lot of momentum. So eventually they just say, okay, half buy it is. We'll get the pistols out, and that'll be that. But absolutely, George doing phenomenal work there in the pit. Gets one headshot, which, I mean, like you mentioned, he's just trying to slow things down to allow for the flank to come through. But then once he runs out of bullets, and the MP9 just pulls out the pistol and does everything he can. Doesn't get a kill, but he allows his teammates to come in on that flank and deal the killing blows. Sonic and Bro going to get a couple here. And NRG still have one player lurking around in the shadows. That is Walco. But it's a 5v3, so this half by not looking that great.
Bro forcing Walco out of the corner. Exotic trying to avoid the D shots and just keeping them pressed back. Laxi trying to find something out of the tech, just nothing given here. SkinRave. Again, the lead now just comes down to 2 before they get those first gun rounds, and that's a long delay before you finally get that full investment. As you said, the temptation always there when it comes down to the wire. It's always right in the mix, but
oh, really?
To establish something here, Junior. God, he was waiting for it, man. They eventually get the hunt as NRG playing like they got somewhere to be right there and chase down the frag. Junior just setting a little bit of frustration.
I'm surprised those shots don't hit. So a lot of them look good going towards top mid, going through from Junior. But at the end of it, a clean round for NRG despite one casualty. So they reinvest. Money's been built up enough. You know, it's kind of stable here. AWP in Zodic's hands, who hasn't necessarily had the chance to have much impact here so far. But now on CT side, that could change. Zodic posting up over at top banana. Util barrage is on as usual here. Zodic, getting aggressive. He wants to take an early fight. Oh, he's completely flashed out. Dead to rights, and so is Sonic. Only one frag threaded through in the mix. Walco gets a little eager, tosses the nade in, and now NRG are regrouping. They're not hitting a site just yet.
Just trying to brute force their way up banana, and eventually the breaking point there with Zodic's miss and leaving Sonic isolated in towards sandbags. Now this is a huge luxury, and I think Cryptic's calling where you have a little bit of time left. He's able to provide you a nice opening duel, and now you just get to sit and let the round play out. Wait for re-aggression. Wait for that defense to get jumpy. And that defense is jumping with a bit of a gamble right now. Over there towards that B site, 3 players rotating in, and Bro's going to be backed up. This could be a dangerous gamble stack here for NRG.
Certainly. Nice utility. Bro has to back off completely, so they know that, NRG anyway, that it's been cleared out towards the back of the site, but somehow George is fighting through that flash for 2! Cryptic and Laxi gone, down to a 2v2. Bro could get overlooked. He's pushed up. Oh man, this is a really good spot. He gets one, almost a second as well. Junior on notice at 10 HP. Not just gonna hard swing this. He does, and he finally gets his second frag on the board, but at an integral time as NRG are only 1 round back.
He's been able to provide with that little bit of impact here, threaded in. The delay on that A site, being able to save them a huge round and continue the conversation. I mean, you'd imagine he's a big influence in calling over that gamble stack as well. And able to secure things up for his squad when they need him most, when they call upon him. And now we're just 1 off the tie. NRG have come soaring back on this CT side.
Hero AK already purchased up here for SkinRave. Timeout's over. The only thing that hasn't been great for NRG is stabilizing the economy because they continue to lose bodies. So there's still that vulnerability there that SkinRave could potentially exploit. But, I mean, the lead is gone, effectively. Certainly they could still come through with a round here at the Hero AK. might be able to deliver. But even so, you know, you don't have that large margin between the two teams anymore. SkinRave are going to be kicking themselves for that a little bit.
So we got to capitalize here. This is going to be a speed up here towards the A side. Not a lot of defensive utility to slow them down, but the flashes are perfect from George. Sets up Nitro for the success. And Zodic also throwing in a couple of beautiful op shots. Goes for a no-scope. Yeah, he's just going to rein it in. His teammates are rotating in. Trying to secure this thing up here. Bro. Ah, he's got it. Yeah, it takes him a little bit there, but it'll get the job done. And great work there from George. Just a small detail, but self-flash into the commitment with Nitro involved as well at the same time. Love to see that self-reliance right there and his ability to think on the fly. I feel like that's a specialty of his, and
yeah,
able to bring that to the table there in that round.
I do agree. And another thing that's nice to see, honestly, when Zodic is stringing together frags, he looks so sharp. It's unbelievable. Going one after the other like that, back-to-back with the op, makes it look like an easy task, but it's not. So well done for him. And didn't really get to see it on T side, of course, but there he goes again, an opener for him. Throws the nade out. And now he's giving SkinRave fits and starts. They've got to be frustrated, having already lost a man with only, at that point, 15 seconds out of the round.
It's just been a key point, man, as well here. It's Marky down. Love to see that for Zodic. I mean, as you said, can be such a big confidence piece. And Nitro, I feel like, throughout this year has been much more reliant on his offers right now, but relying on Sonic to try and close it out. And 2 kills as they rush through the smoke is phenomenal. That molly slows down the approach as well. So you're trying to get extra time for Bro to defend this B bomb site up against 2 here. Blown open smoke in the flank. It's rapid right now. You've got George already trying to thread in that aggression. Flash is perfectly set up by Zodic. Just needing that final kill that George will be able to wrap up eventually. NRG have the lead now. They've taken it, ripped it away from SkinRave.
Wow. 7 rounds in a row for NRG to take that lead, and they made that round look easy, and it was the buy-up on the side of SkinRave. Uh-oh, this is a problem now for SkinRave. Thought perhaps we'd be looking at a tied scoreline 1-1 in this BO5. But going down 0-2 against NRG and Dust 2 being the next map does not bode well for them. Still not over. Maybe we'll see some half-buy magic here. Walco lurking around alt mid. Nade goes out. There's a player watching apartments. That's Nitro. But as it stands, SkinRave still hold on to most of their utility here that they brought into the round. So feels like it's going to be an adjustment to A. We'll see what they can do.
Try and fly right into Zodic's op. Bit of a team flash there, so Zodic has a little extra time to get that util out. Smoke for the molly. They're looking for a charge through, but they're separated. George will smoke off the angle so that they're not allowed to pass right now. And Nitro set up for success. Spam through the smoke, though, somehow works out for Walco. With the P250, he finds another. It's going to be one more through the smoke. And Sonic catches a visual. Marky finds the multi. And it's all on Bro now to close things up, but an op is recovered, spotted. Bro swings for the fences and avoids the op shot again.
Wow. That's insane. I thought Marky had it right there, right in that moment. But now, Bro's going for the element of surprise. In fact, no, he backs off because the plant was faked.
Make a move towards B.
Marky is going to make a move towards B. 20 seconds left. Bro's not sold on the fact that Marky's even at the A site anymore. He is going to wait. And in fact, no, he still thinks he's there and he's just biding his time. So it will be a free plan for Marky towards the B site, right? He's got time. Yes, he should. It's going to be right down to the wire. But this bomb will be planted. Now, Bro, he's already heading towards B. He already had a feeling this is where it was going to end up.
Oh, Bro making noise here. Marky. Oh my God, back turned. Op out.
Oh,
he doesn't quite get the shot off in time. Bro's able to deliver, catching Marky by surprise there. The positioning just too challenging right there. And Bro delivers a clutch again for an NRG to continue looking to close out this map. A phenomenal recovery
I'll be honest, Marky's kicking himself right now. He is absolutely kicking himself for missing that shot, because that was the round right there. That was, you know, a 10-10 tie. And instead, not that shot. I meant the one before that when he was towards the A site and you had Bro jumping around, right? Ugh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, he did a lot of the hard work there, rotating towards B. Had just enough time. It was the perfect play. And even, you know, going for that last move, I think the big luxury being that Bro used that smoke that he wanted to try and retake the round with. So it couldn't be thrown on top of that bomb. So there's a chance for him to just post up and banana and try and play off the bomb. Instead goes for the gut punch and doesn't get that second chance that he was hoping for.
Jeez. 19 kills for Bro, 16 for George and Sonic. All three have been phenomenal. But Sonic, the second half, the op's looking a lot sharper. It's in the
op to contend with on the other side of things here. Junior finally investing in it. See that switch up after, you know, Sonic's been peeking down middle, getting a little bit more confident in his duels. Oof.
I don't think he meant to do that.
Wanted to try and maybe create some leverage there with that smoke and peek down through middle. Extinguish the molly and still get a chance, but that's too risky. So a bit of an awkward bit of util there allows for that mid control to be contained, and NRG are really feeling that this is going to be a B play, and they're not wrong, it feels like. You got the bomb positioned on banana. They're waiting for re-aggression here. They're starting to wrap things up, but that's a huge kill. Could be a difference maker. Junior reacts. They spot the bomb.
25 seconds. That is not much time left here for SkinRave to make a play. What? They're going A with 16 seconds left? Are they even going to get to the site in time? I don't think so. This is a mistake from SkinRave. Zodic waiting here. Laxi and Junior do get a couple. 4.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, there's no way. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe he makes it in time. And this is going to be a save for NRG. What a ridiculous call from Cryptic. I mean, everything had to go their way in terms of winning those duels. And it does. They had not even a half a second to spare.
They had to find 2 kills. Well, the bomb just ran straight to the site. It had to be a beeline. He couldn't, you know, fight. He couldn't try and hold up against the resistance. The double porch setup should have done it all. Instead, they find the kills necessary and manage that clock to perfection here. Gift wrapped up on that A side. And they're on the board for this second half at a crucial crossroads, denying NRG map point here.
Oh boy. Well, NRG still have enough money to buy up here, and of course they saved the AK from the previous round. And a op as well. Zodic. Waiting here. Ooh, smoke break and a good flash as well. That's actually a really nice sequence coming through from SkinRave, but now Zodic. I think that was a team incendiary that lands at his feet. Anyway. Not much damage done. Nitro, util in his hands. Jiggle peeking around that corner. Not going to spot the information, so maybe Walco slips by? No, he doesn't. He actually doubles down and goes for a fight towards that balcony side. And Nitro gets the info. Cryptic, though, talked about how often he likes going for these openers. He is successful against Sonic. Bro, waiting behind sandbags. Cryptic kind of overlooking it. Yeah, Bro's position completely unknown. Maybe he saw them on that jump, and he did.
Oh my god.
Cryptic gets a second duel. B site's open. They've got to rotate around. They're obviously going to. Maybe.
Yeah, and they'll take more before they do.
Wow.
The bomb, now that Cryptic has pushed all the way through coffins.
I mean,
still positioned at the top.
There we go.
Mid, and yeah, they will start to make their move. I mean, when you have it as open as what they have at this option here now, Walco just got timing so hard. He was watching that the whole round, and that'll probably allow for the multiple guns to be saved. But what a time to come alive here for SkinRave. Cryptic unleashing here on the B side and giving his teammates a chance to at least, you know, have a freebie. What could have been walking into 3 players on that A side if they committed to that play. He's instead called clear.
Yeah, they need these massive plays, though, right? In order to find rounds, it seems, on their T side. Like, individuals need to step up. That time it's Cryptic doing the work with the 2K. And now, 11-11. We're going the full 24. This is something that SkinRave are no stranger to. As mentioned, teams are picking into it against them quite a bit recently. And every single time, at least over the last 3, they have pushed it to 24, and now it'll be the last 4, of course. Timeout called for NRG. They got to talk things over. Money's still there for the buy-up thanks to the couple of guns that are saved. But this defense has been pierced through.
Yeah, not going to be able to rely on the op in the server here either. That's going to be a missing piece here for the side of SkinRave, and timeout needed to try and push this one to the finish line here for NRG to complete the comeback effort, but SkinRave coming back alive into the mix. 2 rounds in a row, as you said. Maybe explosive plays required. Maybe it's last-second bomb plants that go your way, but however you get the job done here, capitalizing on your 9-3 lead is of the utmost importance in this map here. Otherwise, going to be in a unsustainable position, it feels like.
Still, you know, we think back to that round that SkinRave got that last second plant. It's just such a crazy call from Cryptic, but he's known for being quite bold in his decision making. And that's really what's gotten us here. Otherwise, I think this map would have already been over. All right. NRG, they called the timeout before this round. 3 players posted up here towards the A site. Nitro and George in a pretty good bait and switch setup. Nitro's going to take the forward-facing contact, and then George is going to pop out of that corner to fight forward. Flashbang actually thrown? No. Okay, George wants to have a look before that. Now, I think he was seen by Marky, so that previous setup is no longer going to work. Not that it was necessarily the plan. It may have just been the flashbang they wanted to throw and have George peek out. They're backing off entirely. Don't want aggressive positioning at all with only 50 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, George is playing on a knife's edge right now. We got the X-ray, so we know how close Walco is to trying to find that opening. That disciplined utility, though, still seems to be a luxury for NRG. Late smoke in towards apartments. Gonna fade at around 20 seconds or less. And there's another one. So what a bit of value there out of that late utility. Now going to queue up the execution. Brilliant HE out of Nitro. And it's going to try and stall out this aggression here. A lot of damage taken from George here as they stall out on the site. 10 seconds left. Again, time is of essence. Avoiding the HE, setting up the crossfire for success. This is how NRG like to do it. Shutting down the round here, slowing them down to a grinding halt and never letting them pass as they take 12.
Oh, wow. It worked once, that late push towards the A site, but this time all 5 players still alive for NRG. They don't allow SkinRave to get an man advantage through an aggressive fight, and the util is all there. They saved it just for that moment and tossed through a smoke, a nade. I believe an incendiary was in the mix as well towards the latter part of that. Really well done for NRG to get themselves to 12th, and now they have a chance to end it in regulation, but SkinRave, with those string of round victories, do have enough money to get a full buy again. So you couldn't ask for more. Round number 24. Both teams have got all the tools they could possibly need, and it comes down to which one will be superior here.
Yeah, seeing that round right there play out right off the back of a Nitro timeout just goes to show how well they are prepared. Let's stick to the game plan, guys. And now an opening door here. Figured out by Zodic. Spotting out more around the corner there. But a breakthrough. Walco lurking effectively through apartments. This time no smoke in place, so Nitro sidelined. And it's an op alongside the rifle that has to buy time. Extra rotate coming in the form of Sonic here, trying to join forces, set up by a flashbang, but they're getting pressed in towards the site. Sonic condensed here, but still making it happen, sending his crosshair high. Junior and Sonic in a standoff, but it's Junior that gains the visual first. Almost a missed spray, but Sonic able to track his aim and finishes. Bro, a monster in this second half, brings it on home for NRG.
That was fantastic, bro. And it's not just with the gun either, right? He's throwing flashes for his teammates, setting themselves up for play, setting themselves up for plays and things like that. And also, Zodic had some wicked shots in that half as well. Certainly, it was Bro doing most of the heavy lifting, but I like that shot from Zodic towards the end as well. The flick upwards, he had a few nice ones throughout the entirety of it. And NRG facing a lot of adversity, they call the timeout, they make the adjustments, say, guys, we are taking too many forward fights here on those 2 rounds that we lost. We just need to stay back and win the duels in the site itself. And even though, Nitro having a tough time on this map, especially anchoring down that pit and A site, but his teammates are there to save the day, and that is often the case for a team like NRG that's stacked with talent.
Yeah, I mean, so many different ways to win here for NRG, including the adjustments when we finally see SkinRave, find a couple of successful rounds on that T side, watching that timeout call come through, watching Dabs and Nitro get the team back in motion to push them across the finish line when they need that extra boost. And I think that's what makes it so difficult here for, IGL like Crypto to go up against the experience that he's up against right now. It's that sort of adjustment, those sort of moves that are brought to the table here out of NRG and what they have in terms of the brain trust that they bring to the table, and creates a huge difference in the late game scenario.
What a result. We expected things to potentially go SkinRave's way after that first half. They were up 9-3, folks. And now NRG went on a 10-2 run to cap off this map and take a very powerful 2-0 lead. Next up is going to be Dust 2. And while this is technically the pick of SkinRave, they are 10-2 on it over the last 3 months and have had some dominant wins. NRG are a good Dust 2 team as well, and they pick into it 21.4% of the time. While it's not their main pick as it is for SkinRaves, it's something that they can play well on. So again, SkinRave's going to have to pull out all the stops to get this one into a 4th map. We're going to hit the break. When we come back, we'll have Dust 2.
The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. I can run this town. I can run this town.
this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes, and you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, yeah, you like it, the way you like it now. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, so good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. The way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
All right, we're back for the third map here. It felt like we'd be talking about a 1-1 tie, but NRG with a ridiculous comeback, down 3-9, and win it 13-11 on Inferno. Allow them to have a 2-0 lead heading on to Dust 2, Cole.
Yeah, and this just makes it so much more tricky here for the side of SkinRave to try and bounce back. As you said, up 9-3. The blueprint was established for a quick bounce back effort, chance to rip away Inferno, and a big opportunity missed out on by SkinRave here as they now look to bounce back on Dust 2, a map that was also a stronghold before Overpass. It was Dust 2 that they like to play quite a bit, so hoping to prove that. But NRG, in the same vein here, have so much prepared here for this map and have had so much success in this map as well.
They have, and I mean, they beat NIP here, Audic, Game Hunters, the Blue Jays twice, which is the former SkinRave core, right? Coming through. I think back then it might even have been an entirely different squad. I'm just checking out the team here. It was Junior and Laxi along with Cryptic. Yeah, so the core was still there. Classy and Freshy were taking the fourth and fifth spots, but overall, you'd still lean the way of NRG. The only losses that they've suffered recently up against Legacy, 5-13. Again, Legacy are looking very strong, and M80, 7-13, who are also a very good Dust 2 team. So yeah, this is going to be anything but, an easy map for SkinRave.
Yeah, they're going to need the firepower to come out in full force. And honestly, on the other end, they're going to hope that, once again, we can look at a team here in NRG that played that first half feeling very nervous. And it felt like they weren't as confident in their individual ability to lock things up and deliver in those trades. It felt like in that first half, and that's where I think NRG dug themselves into a little bit of a hole they got out of in the second half there with the cohesion and the team play and the strength that we expect. But we'll see if they can bring that here earlier on for this third map.
Yeah, and definitely NRG also something to prove, right? They made the major. They are probably thinking, okay, we're the team that should get to Pro League, right? Because they've been above most of North America, maybe besides M80, even M80, winning in BO5 on LAN. So, you're the ones that are technically at least at the tier 2, maybe even tier 1 level, number 1 in North America. Here we go. Third map of play. Dust 2 is underway. George gone. Junior, nice headshot to open up the proceedings here on a pistol round again. SkinRave won every single pistol round except for one, and that was in the second half of Inferno.
So it started off the comeback here, but they can get right back on track with another pistol round. Some more damage is being done, I believe, by Junior on the other side of the map. Threatening. Actually, that might be Cryptic, actually. But either way, putting that B side on notice as they are taking cat control. They've got a mid to B smoke. Really, at this point, you're more so looking at what SkinRave don't have in terms of map control. And the access looking to be denied here. Sonic delivering in this very awkward position, but Bro is sure down low and has to fight his way out of this situation.
Okay.
Yeah, phenomenal. At least, first kill there, but it's still a 2v3 recovery.
That's a great flashbang, but Zodic can't capitalize off of it. Markey, while blinded, will clothesline Zodic. It's all to Nitro and nothing. Another pistol round goes the way of SkinRave. That is 4 of 5. They will look to convert again.
See if there's more fight on the force buy. We know that Dust 2 can bring out the scouts and Trive, but right now not seeing a lot of intensity on the purchase here for NRG. They will go down to 0 without it. A little bit surprised to see that, but sticking to their guns here, trusting in their ability to bring in these gun rounds to the CT side of Dust 2. So just USPs out in a single flash for Sonic, trying to make something happen in a round like this.
Not much probably possible. You think? Yeah, okay. George disposed of. A site vulnerable. And not much to make you feel like the round will swing in an unexpected direction given the control NRG, or excuse me, the control SkinRave now have.
Playing their feet towards the long, sending Cryptic in to try and spot out what the stack's looking like. He's got space on ramp already, so great bit of map control here. Now Cat being pressed on. Meanwhile, Bro is able to strike for a decent kill, but that might just be all. Sniper put the rest. Only a single casualty of the Mac 10 falling before everyone else on SkinRave gets involved there. And starting off the gun rounds early, I think this down 0-2, mentality, you just got to take a map at a time, round at a time, more accurately here. So you just got to focus on what's in front of you. But again, in terms of the experience gap here, looking at Cryptic, probably hasn't played a lot of best of fives.
No, yeah.
In his career, and Nitro's well experienced in that road. So a whole new list of challenges here now, knowing that you got to pull it back here, map by map, and show that consistency here for him.
Bro is trying to get into the face of Junior there towards mid. Great flashbang throw. George slips away somehow, but can't win the fight against Walco. Flash is continuing to rain on forward Walco. Maybe a little bit at risk here. Throws a flash for himself, but that is a lot of pressure applied by the utility. He's stuck in this corner. They know he can slip out of the smoke at any time. Nitro wins a duel just barely with Marky, surviving with 3 HP, and Sonic, he's like, okay, you gotta be here, Walco. There we go. He found him. 4v3 in favor of NRG. Still a minute 5 left on the clock for SkinRave to work with, but Junior's low, and Cryptic needs a clean one, and he will get it.
What a shot there from Cryptic, breaking through the site. Positioning here that Sonic had to commit to deal with Walco now leaves him open on the A site. Taking space in towards Car. It feels like it's an overstep, but it's instead just another victory for Cryptic. Should be forcing the save with Nitro on 3 HP, and yeah, Bro soon to follow, realizing that is long gone. And SkinRave will be able to capitalize on the damage set in early with a big round victory.
I think if anything, Cryptic has continued to prove that he's very potent as an IGL, both in terms of the calling and the firepower. They haven't been really blown out, I would say, on any of the maps. You could argue map number 1, 13-6 wasn't great, but they were competitive in a lot of the rounds they were losing. So not to mention Cryptic was able to provide impact, as mentioned, in terms of the fragging prowess as well. So anyway, that being said, he does it again here in that previous round. 2 frags to his name, opens up the duels towards the A site, and that's the key to victory, honestly. It's what pushes NRG back.
Get some trustworthy pieces on the team here that you can place a lot of faith in as well. So when you have that luxury here as a team, makes Cryptic's job a little easier. You look at Walco in that last round playing smart Counter-Strike, and he's able to call off the reactions. And now he's looking to, again, lead by example, looking to avoid that utility, playing on the edge of that smoke, but that is a blinder of a headshot right there. Sonic does not give him a chance to shoot his gun. Now it leads to a B play here. Nitro on the ready, but blasted by Laxi. The breakthrough point here is in, but Bro delivers a multi again. It's just the USP looking to slow Walco's momentum into the site.
I mean, we saw this happen already where an eco cracked through true for NRG, and, well, can it happen twice in one series is the question. Only armor for Sonic, and Sonic will do it! A 2K strings it together like it's nothing. 3 on the round. And there's the first for NRG again on an eco where Sonic's the only one that invests into armor. He gets the first one with the 5-7. That's what strings things together. Bro as well finding a couple for himself, and NRG make it happen and get an instant boost to their economy.
Just a huge statement. As you said, it's been a breaking point here for SkinRave in the past. They're on overpass. You look at what they had broken down in their sort of comeback effort that they were trying to formulate that eco strikes, and had a couple of rifle saves, sure, but as you said, it was Sonic that led to the majority of that round. Now that stability, that foundation that you're trying to build is since lost. And now you're walking on some pretty fragile ground here. Op is in the hands of Sodic. AK's picked up off the back of that one as well. And And NRG looking to start their campaign. What? Oh,
that's weird.
that's a bit of a weird interaction there with the molly. Bro, got to be a little bit frustrated with that one, but at least he's able to stay alive there, avoid the fight. Meanwhile, the op here of Zodic flashbang comes through. Great secondary flash.
That's really nice. I agree with you. That second flash really pretty because, you know, you're dodging the first one, but the second one comes in right back, right again afterwards. So fully blinded. That being said, while SkinRave do gain the man advantage here, 3 players are hovering around half health, and Sonic, who is looking to do some damage again around the edge of the smoke. There's one. Swings around, spams it. He's got the lineup for the door. Cryptic takes damage, and eventually Cryptic will win the day. 30 seconds left, though. They're trying to get a move on. Nitro looking up, dodging the flashes, finds the head, and Laxey's eliminated. Junior cannot take any further steps forward. They know they have B, so they're just going to rotate around. It's going to be tight to get this bomb planted, but should still be okay, assuming there aren't any disruptions.
Flashbang trying to help him out and getting across here. As you said, any disruptions can be the big difference maker. Marky steps through.
Oh,
the bomb! It got caught him! He landed the shot! And now Nitro just needs to live. 2 seconds left. And Cryptic, realizing the round has evaded him. Oh my god, Zodic. You know how difficult that shot is to connect right there, and he's able to thread the needle and win the round. Bails NRG out.
We got
that 3v3.
I hope we have that on replay. I really do. I mean, Nitro in some good work there. But, oh, we don't have it. It's okay. But it was a ridiculous shot because it looked like the path was there. And in fact, it was. But sometimes you just play for the door shot, right? As the opper. And Zodic, his first frag of this map, having a ton of impact because it ends the hope for SkinRave of striking true with a 4th round. And now SkinRave, they're going to force up here because that did get very close, right? Only one survivor on the CT side, but you can't forget that there was an eco round victory for NRG, so their economy is actually doing a lot better because of that.
Yeah, it's bolstered up, but the utility damage is limiting them. I mean, look at the amount of damage set in stone early here. It's going to be Junior that tries to lead the pack. He misses his first shot. Smoke is a reaction. He might not get a second chance there. Gray screened? He's through it. And he can't stick around for forever. Eyeballs his way. Missed shot there from Sonic again. The flashes have not been allowing him to try and find that success.
Oh, no,
Junior feeling the chaos right there. The round collapses in on him. And now Nitro, sidearm v sidearm here. The pressure through B is overwhelming, but the mid-aggression is well successful. Sonic eventually able to make his stride on in and lands a falling headshot on the Cryptic. What a ridiculous round. What on earth are we watching there? Sonic able to save the day for that B site, but pure chaos all over.
I really love Sonic on this NRG squad. Like, I think he's, as I mentioned before, a perfect fit. You know, obviously wanted to get away from the madness at Wildcard. Initially, what I heard was that they actually targeted Sonic when they were picking up Zodic as well, but he wasn't available at that moment for whatever reason, so they grabbed Carson as a stopgap, and then once Sonic became available, they immediately brought him on board, and man, it's been really something else to watch this NRG squad have that bolster in terms of firepower and just generally all around great play from Sonic that we've seen from him throughout his career. Will be a 7th round on the board here. Excuse me, 7th round on the cards because it's both teams fighting for control of it, but it likely looks like NRG are going to take it because they've already gotten the first 2.
I couldn't agree more on the Sonic point here. It looks like, you know, he's thriving in this environment. As we've highlighted a couple times here, you know, Carson coming into this roster, again, looking for the right fit. Now the Deagle shots from Walco. He connects on a second. Wait a second. There's 2 very low health players. And all of a sudden we got a round on our hands here. Bomb is down in towards T spawn, so a little bit awkward there, but Cryptic able to scoop it up, and I'm wondering here, how prepared is Bro for this play through tunnels? Very. Able to connect the shot.
Yeah.
And Sonic finds the follow-up kill there, so NRG gonna scoop a lead. And keep the conversation rolling in their favor.
Easy as that. 4-3. Coming back from an early deficit once more. But that was just great effort from Malco. I mean, he pulls together a couple of low HP players, so you start having that conversation of, okay, this is possible, maybe we can do this, but the shutdown is there again. Sonic having a great Dust 2. Already up to 12. Exotic waiting here over at long with the AWP. Fight coming his way. Incendiary will delay them. No, they throw the smoke into it. They try to fight forward. Great flashbang as well. So Exotic is sent packing away from long. Sonic though pushes mid. He just can't be stopped. Wherever he goes, he finds frags, and now he's found the bomb as well. Not to mention the Incendiaries are into Longhouse. This round already feels like it's over with the control that they have. Look, oh, it wasn't doing the smoke, but it's okay. It's crazy.
Oh my god.
Oh, what?
Oh, a flashbang set up by Wako. Finds 2 kills there. Laxi puts this round on. They thought they were having a field day. Bomb is down. They thought the round was over, but Wako and Laxi have other ideas. A 5v2 shattered in a flashbang that lifts it all off. And now B site claimed, but I think Margie heard the rotations of Bro. And he's going to have a nice little surprise for him as he finds a headshot there, sends him flying into the mix. What a recovery from SkinRave.
I mean, they weren't the only ones that thought the round was over. I said it was over, and it wasn't at all. Oh my goodness, how do you lose this? Great flashbang from Walco, but I mean, goodness. That is crazy. And then mid-air, Bro gets picked off by Markey. That's 5 unanswered frags. Like, nothing, no response at all from NRG. That's a tough round to lose. I mean, again, credit to SkinRave for using the utility effectively, but NRG should have had that one in the bag.
Absolutely. Big difference maker right there. Able to hold their ground. I mean, I felt like it was the comfortable nature of having the bomb down in such a small choke point.
Yeah.
And now they're looking to deliver on some of the follow-up statements here. Positioned towards long. They've got all that control here going their way. George just trying to slow them down as much as possible. Not even a cross smoke just yet as they slowly scale towards a long wall. So they're not getting out the reactions just yet, but that is a huge HE right there. Sonic blows the smoke open and finds the kill off the back of it. Markey tries to push around the edge of that smoke, and everywhere you look, a kill floods the feed as NRG put it up into a 5v1. This time Junior left into the last man standing situation. Great jiggle from George there to secure his life, but he still wants to find this fight, and gotta be careful. We saw what happened last time.
Right. I think they just got too aggressive on those fights in the previous round, and that's really what cost them. And now here, George is probably a little frustrated because that was his first frag that he found throughout the entire map. That's in 8 rounds of playing. He's not usually a player that gets held down like that, so that's why he goes for that fight a little bit more than he might usually. And of course, he was in a tough spot as well. But Bro will end it. No further fuss to be found from the side of SkinRave, and it will be a lead again for NRG. That's a great smoke break, like you were saying, Cole. And after that, I think Nitro maneuvered around that smoke very well. Zodic, who's also been kind of MIA here, activating with another op shot. So I feel like if all the pieces start to click for NRG, that's when things will start to look a little rough for SkinRave. And I think even without everyone playing that well, I mean, Sonic kind of carrying the team on his shoulders, I think that is, it's impressive to see the NRG are still in the lead.
Yeah, they need to keep the ball moving, and it's rounds like that are going to build up a lot of confidence in the setup and the system. So many of these defenses look like they're well calculated to the opening moves of NRG. Let them scale up, wait for that cross smoke, and then HE it at the right timing. Absolutely nailing it here. That Junior always so deadly on the cross, and it feels like he's coming close on these shots, but not quite connecting. But usually a specialty of his is taking a kill free of charge there in those doors. So far not given that opportunity here. Might get a chance to take a shot. Up against a rifler here, but Zodic will strike first and steps into the duel onto Laxi.
It's a ballsy peek coming through from Zodic, but we expect nothing less. Sonic, oh yeah, over peaks that angle. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Just on the info hop, Junior will get the punish.
He didn't spot anything out towards middle, so look at Cryptic's positioning. Can be so surprising right now. A lot of focus on that. And okay, yeah, I think Bro saw just a sliver, but it's still connected on. Nitro had the jump on Cryptic, but it doesn't matter.
This is weird for NRG because they have 3 fights that are isolated. This flank is quite a monstrous one. George only getting one. Like, he knows that's already a lot. Evens out the numbers at a 3v3 and doesn't get greedy. That's really important.
Smart move here out of SkinRave despite getting caught. I mean, are they going to commit here? They're going to continue to fight. Their Cryptic tanks another shot, trying to distract the crosshair of the Opper, calling in for some extra assistance there, but George blasted down. Cryptic still going to strike through. What a flick from Zodic. That was absolutely ridiculous. Absolute quickness there out of NRG and Zodic to close out the round.
Zero room for error on Zodic's flick, and oh my goodness. And this is important too, right? I said George falling back there and not going for a forward fight after finding the first means that he can go back and support Zodic, and while he doesn't get a kill, he distracts. You know, he's there to be traded, and Zodic does exactly that. And then that next shot, oh my goodness, like, that's just ridiculous. So 6-4 for NRG, and SkinRave, despite some heroics in that 3v5. Now they're back down to pistols after 2 NRG wins in a row. Bro hits the first one. Double op is out in full force, and nothing really phasing NRG in this anti-eco.
Oh, yeah, they're just suffocating that mid-hold right there. Oh, great flash set up, but Junior able to punch through with the deagle. Staying elusive is Sonic, but staying aggressive as well. And taking a little bit of chunk of health there, but getting out safely is of the utmost importance. Able to do that. Rifle recovered. Cryptic holding. I'll see if SkinRave can make any more breakthroughs here in this round.
Cryptic charging up. Shot missed. A chance for Cryptic to strike. He's had some impact here. In critical moments, Marky headshot on the Bro. 3v2, they've got a chance here. Marky and Cryptic back to back, and Sonic will put them down. 2K for Sonic, 7th for NRG, last round of the first half.
19-7 here for Sonic. He is very clearly the difference maker here. So much impact out of his rifle, and he's been, you know, set up for success here on this NRG side. He is allowed to make these moves, and when you got a hot hand like him, feasting on these duels, you want to just continue to feed him, and he's continuing to get fed right now. He's building up a storm. 19-7, trying to keep up the conversation, and here's a chance for Junior to make a statement, but he can't find it. Bro is the one that chases down that duel and deals with Junior's boost.
This is probably frustrating for Junior. I mean, both operas haven't necessarily had some strong moments, but I think this double op setup, Bro has been the one that's impressed a lot more often, at least in terms of getting frags strung together. But I mean, I say that right after Zodic had that ridiculous flick, so I guess it's both players doing well with the ops. And now Zodic a chance to strike, misses the mark, but it is still a 5v3 in favor of NRG, as they look like they're close to getting that 8th. Cryptic again, trying to have something to say about it. But they're still down a man even as he gets that. Rotation to B is the correct one, though, Cole.
Yeah, left a huge gap in the defense here that Nitro's trying to react to. Look at the utility he has left. Just smoke HE. They're going to walk it in. Laxi, is he prepared for this off angle? Nicely handled by Nitro. Can he find anything extra? Again, just when you need him, he's able to step up big time. 2 kills and some change right there for NRG to close out an 8th. Dominating this CT side.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a Benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of A to Beijing, man, they know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and roll Lex account or blue face. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brother since 6th grade. G-Wagon red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could like the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on the better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different.
All right, we're back here. NRG continue to be in control throughout this BO5. They got the 2-0 lead. They have an 8-4 lead heading into the second half, and Sonic has 20 frags at the beginning of the half. He absolutely carried his team to victory in multiple rounds there. And in the latter part of the half, everyone will start activating, but he was the one that kept things going while the rest were trying to get their rhythm. Now we're back to pistols, and this is where SkinRave have had all of their success. And again, Junior, A3K, Nitro, and Bro just reeling a little bit, falling back towards that T-spawn, and it's just Bro left in underpass. In fact, not underpass, in lower tunnels.
Wherever he is, feeling like he's down in the dirt right now. Managed to thread a kill before Junior finds the ace there. Won't be denied. He goes and rips it despite the flames. And every pistol setup I feel like we've seen out of SkinRave has shown their preparation for this matchup, and they show the success of it. But it's those gun rounds that they hope to convert on more consistently. And that's what NRG know. They go for a full eco. They're going to get those rifles out as soon as they can. But again, the pistol setups. What does that make their fifth pistol round at this point? In this series have been utterly dominant. And the way that they win them looks so comfortable. And now they're going to continue to feed the hot hand here. Junior really rising up the rankings here for this map of Dust 2. We're going to go down to some fall damage, I believe. And
Okay.
NRG going to slide just a tad here with their lead. But again, the rifle's going to come through.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, SkinRave have had conversions off of their pistol round in every single map that so far when they've gotten the pistol round victories. The problem is after the first two, once these guns come out. Certainly, you know, on Inferno, they changed that narrative on the first half, but the second half, well, they didn't even get the pistol round victory, and that really cost them. Let's see what's going to happen here. AKs for everyone on NRG. Walco. Oh, in a dicey duel towards mid. Lucky to be alive after that spam comes through from Sonic. He limps away to B with 7 HP.
I gotta respect the attempt to try and make that work with the MP9.
Yeah.
I mean, he traded evenly at the first exchange, and then he wanted to maybe double dib there and got the cold dose of reality that is the AK versus the MP9 at range. Happy to still be kicking here with the util belt that he does possess. And Marky thinking that this is going to be a mid to B. Look at the defense. They've been duped. Absolutely here. NRG walk into a very open A bomb site. Great move out of the NRG camp, making it feel like it's that B play coming quickly. So now they have cat control. They're on top of the site. They've got a CT smoke in, and they've got this late lurk involved as well in Bro.
Yeah. They really sold that mid to be well, though. I mean, it's hard to get a read on where NRG were going. SkinRave, I mean, I don't know. It might make sense to save the rest of the guns they've got. Marky will get one, but he's shut down. They're just going to go for it. All right. Respect the gusto here on their side. Cryptic going to get a couple. Okay. No time to get the defusal, and they fall anyway.
Oh my
Nitro
God.
and Zodic take care of business immediately as soon as faces are shown there around those corners, and there is the 9th for NRG.
Here's the thing about NRG. Again, I talked about the sort of, a game plan and ideas that they have for these matchups, and that is a perfect example of it. Look at the way that they're able to fake out SkinRave, and I can't blame SkinRave for being duped right there. All of the signs are pointing towards B. They hear and see the smokes flying over B. Bro is doing a phenomenal job at selling the fake and staying alive to be active in the late round. And just all around great motion out of this T side to open up proceedings with the guns out. Now the big guns are out here in the form of a junior op. And he shows his face early towards mid.
That's a nice smoke. No visibility towards mid for SkinRave here. Laxi tosses the smoke for Longhouse. You see NRG not playing any mind games this time. They're just going for a straight up split towards the A site. 2 towards Cat, 3 towards Long. Laxi's the one that stands in their way long. I think Nitro's going to try and throw this flashbang out and give George a chance to go for an entry. Let's see how this one actually plays out. There's the flashbang. Laxi playing anti-flash, not really blinded by it. And he loses the fight.
Oh.
George with a very critical headshot. Cryptic trying to swing around, do some damage. There's one. There's a second. Not the third. And just as that happens, Sonic also gets one. And Bro finds the headshot on Junior. So a great activation on Cat while all that is going down towards Long and distracting the attention of SkinRave. Marky's just going to save.
I thought at some point there you would see that rotate come through from Cryptic, and it just comes through a split second too late, and it all comes down to the kill on George there. If that's enough disruption to try and find some success, if Cryptic's able to find that kill on a player with 12 HP, you're on for that round, and those are margins that you definitely want to take on the defense, but a quick trade from George and a big need for him to step up in this round, and he delivers, and that's kind of been the story for NRG. It's been the high pressure environments where you need a player to step up, and they've just had that guy on their team, and this time it's George. I know 4-12 looks a little bit scary, but moments of impact that change the game, those explosive plays that a team who's been carrying the lead for all but one half of this series so far, and then that T side of Inferno, that's all you need, that extra push.
Yep. 10-6 now. And tech pause. Okay, someone's having problems. Who is it? Nitro, maybe? I don't know. No, he's fine. I think this is probably on the SkinRave side. NRG are 3 rounds away, though, from heading to Pro League Season 23. They want to make their return there. Of course, Season 22 was not the best result for them at all. Lost all 3 series. The opposite of what was expected from them, given their success prior to that point, but they rebounded very quickly and took over North America, especially with the exclamation point, the win against M80 on LAN. Now they're trying to take care of one of the more promising up-and-coming teams, I would say. Marsborn and SkinRave are the two teams I'm most excited for in North America, and you can see why in these flashes for SkinRave when they're able to get things to work. But NRG just feel like too difficult of a squad for them to take down at this stage. That being said, they got the read towards the B side. Maybe they can do something here. And no, Nitro will spray down Cryptic and Walco and then even gets the one on Laxi. I wasn't sure if he got that third one over someone else, but yeah, it is Nitro.
They got a bit of a luxury with the fact that they walk into the 3 players that don't have any effective weaponry. And Junior would be nice if he can save, but I think he's just going to go double scout here either way. How much can he take away from this round? Only a single kill before he's finished off by Zodic. A big time kill to shut things down. NRG trying to find their finishing touches on this series. Lock themselves in a shot at kind of a redeeming opportunity here the next season of Pro League. They had some serious ground, but they were also, you know, just starting to get the legwork with this new look roster and couldn't quite fully make it happen. They know what's ahead of them with a little bit of time underneath them.
Okay, that's pretty good from Cryptic to open things up, though. Laxi, the other one, on to George. So a 5v3 just like that for SkinRave. This would be nice for them to get. Cut the lead to 4. Start trying to chip away at this lead, but not over yet, especially with Sonic still alive and Zodic getting into a pretty good spot.
Yeah, I like where he's positioned himself here. One on the CT side, gonna reveal just yet. We're gonna have to put a little bit more pressure, but Walco wanted to take a split-second timing to escape right there, and he doesn't get that chance. Way too quick on the draw there for Zodic on the op, and Sonic's hearing some of these repositions and might be able to strike here towards the middle. Catches one by surprise. It's a good trade from Marky, but it's at a sacrifice of a lot of this A site control right now. Cryptic and Marky have to be the ones to offer up the defense.
This is going to be difficult. Sorry, go ahead.
HE picked up.
Yeah.
Oh, but they get the cross here, and Cryptic still tucked in and towards Ninja box. And I don't think this is going to be anticipated here. Great HE. They're slowing down the plant, and it still allows for Cryptic to strike at any given moment.
Oh, Nitro's just desperately trying to get that bomb planted. Now he might. The spam will come through. He's lost Zodic, and no bomb plant through. Junior will get the last 2, though the third one, second one on the round for him is jumping onto Nitro in midair. And there is indeed that 7th, and I love the way SkinRave played that, right? You know, you have 3 players left alive, no one really on the site proper, but you try to collapse as quickly as possible to regain that space, and they do it before NRG are able to maneuver their way up the ramp and onto the site, and really shut them down as they try to get up there, because I don't think NRG expected all that presence to be there in response. So there you go, SkinRave. They need to pull out all the stops, but a 7th round is found. Laxi finds the opener. A player slips past him, though. Uh-oh, this is bad. Nitro gets a 1 and Sonic another, but Junior will put things to at least a bit of a standstill there with that op shot. Oh, Walco, I don't know if this is the right play. It is! He pushes through. Bro had the U-Toll out. Zodic and Sonic scrambling, buzzing around this A site, hoping that they can equalize.
Good smoke for Zodic.
Sonic's in a
to
good
play off of right now. And maybe catching the barrel right there. Zodic looks prepared. He's going to commit to the bomb plant. That's going to allow Sonic to strike there. Great move from Sonic. Looking to finish this round, but it's Marky instead with the HE up high to blast down Zodic's chances of trying to deliver in that round. Chaotic stuff there, but Walco with the right amount of activity, as you said. A second earlier, he could have been toast. A second later, he might have been too slow on the draw, but catches Bro by surprise, deals with a lurk, who's been a thorn in their side. And SkinRave going to continue to fight in the series.
Yeah, honestly, that's a nice nade that was tossed there onto Zodic. I thought Sonic's positioning was very good. You know, he slips into that smoke. No one knew he was there. That's why Junior gets caught off guard, but the trade is so swift that there's not much Sonic can do. After finding that first, he wanted to string the second. That could have changed things, but now SkinRave are actually cutting this lead down to 3. back to the eco round on the side of NRG. This is what caused all the headaches for SkinRave in the first place. Will it do the same here? 2 eco rounds for NRG? Possibly. I mean, Marky's kind of exposed. They realize that. They're going to try to overload. This is not looking good for Marky at all. Yeah, he's gone. Cryptic looking to support here. He does. Junior catches George, but he takes a lot of damage in that engagement. Bomb going to go down here. HP bars are already low. It feels difficult for NRG, but the B side can be a tough nut to crack.
No doubt about it here. Good news is for this SkinRave side is they got so much utility to barrage the site. And that's got to be the difference maker. Last smoke on display for this T side to try and delay. Flashbang getting Zodic active. Everyone's blinded by it. And 2 kills offered up by Zodic as Nitro tanks the HE. And there's a chance here. A 2v2 evened up. Low HP, but still fighting here is Nitro. And sliding through the smoke is Bro. Again, it's NRG when the moment's right. Striking with an eco.
Oh my goodness, it was so well executed too. Look at the flashbang. Nitro perfectly timed, then the push as well. That's the difference maker right there. SkinRave just caught in a bit of a panic, like what's going on, what's happening? And by the time they collect themselves, the bodies have been dropped.
Just
4 rounds in a row required for SkinRave, just for overtime, Cole.
Look what they have to try and fight back against here. It is a scrappy buy. Scouts in play here, but it used effectively can still be valuable. Marky and George finding some success here. Either Bro with the op. He's leading the charge. He was rocking the secondary in that first half. He's still wielding it. Feeling confident in his ability here, but the smoke isn't quite on the money, so they're going to have to wait a little while longer. Oh, Cryptic. In a beautiful spot. Bro not going to be prepared for this. Deagle shots go missing. Not the time for that. There's Bro catches 1 big time kill, and it's all on the shoulders of Junior. Trying to fight for life here in this best of 5. Backed into the corner. Finished off by George, and NRG will be in appearance here for Pro League Season 23.
Wow, NRG, well deserved. I mean, this was the expectation at the beginning of the series, and while SkinRave were competitive, you know, at multiple points throughout this 3-map affair, it was always NRG seemingly that were in control the majority of those gun rounds, and that's why they get the results they do. 2 pretty nice ones, 13-6 and 13-8 on map 1 and 3, and that 13-11 on Inferno. It was dicey, crazy second half on T side for NRG. We're going to see all the highlights come through here, but you know, heading to the major, and now also they've got Pro League under their belts.
Yeah, I mean, just a couple big statements here. I mean, this is a team that, again, you mentioned this multiple times, but a roster that just has to show their prominence in the region before they head into these big international tournaments, showing that they're again a step above some of the competition, and that's what they've been asserting here throughout this region right now. That's been the fear factor that every team has to play up against in this matchup, and constant success here on these ecos, constant difference making coming through from some of the individuals on this squad. The flashy ability of this NRG team hitting peak form at the right time, and again, a lot to look forward to for this NRG team compared to, you know, what they had last year with their previous rosters. So much more being put on offer right now with Nitro at the helm and so many different tools here joining up in forces.
Oh, a tough way for SkinRave to fall here, and I mean, they would have loved to have a chance at Pro League, but it's not going to happen here. I feel like eventually, you know, with the way things are going for them, absolutely an upward trajectory. It's just that NRG are a titan right now in North America, and you know, David could not take care of Goliath, honestly, Cole.
Yeah, in this case here, I mean, as you said, expected for NRG to come into this series with confidence. You look at the availability, and they showed that, again, there was no rust to shake off here. This is a team that, you know, is fully prepared for this matchup, is fully prepared and ready to play out these long series. In this best of 5, those first 3 maps, everything that we saw, they look well prepared for the different ways that this SkinRave team have shown victory versus some of the different competition that they've played in recent tournaments. And this time NRG, with all that time, it looked like they were ready to prep. The only thing that maybe you're nervous about is how well SkinRave are doing on those pistols consistently. But if you win the gun rounds here, that's what matters most. And they had that.
Oh yeah, no question. Well, all that being said, folks, that wraps up another season of ESL Challenger League. That was our final regional final, folks. And, well, it's been a fun season of play, a little different with the cups in here. But honestly, the results and the action has been phenomenal. From Asia to Europe to North America to Oceania, everything has been a ton of fun. But now we are going to wrap things up. Thank you so much for joining us along this ride, and we'll see you next season.
I'll keep going till my feet become below. I'll keep going till my feet become below. I'll keep going till my feet become below. I'll keep going till my till my feet become. I'll keep going till my feet become below. 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 Till my feet become. I'll keep going till my feet become below. I'll keep going till my feet become below. I'll keep going till my feet become below. I'll keep going till my feet become below.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of 8 at Beijing, man, ain't know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and roll Lex account of Blueface. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brother since 6th grade. G-Wagon red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could like the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on a better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. What's a life without sacrifice? Sometimes you gotta thank God and just roll the dice. Pacino.
The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. No more doubt about me. Oh, I can run this town. Don't you know I got the
Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes. And you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it.